Boom.
So, Xecnar, have you had the rules of the game explained to you yet,
Hello,
or are you
everyone.
completely blind at this point?
We're
I
in.
know the the summary of the rules basically.
Okay.
So I know it's like you need to play the cards in order, and you give information like about I know the very basics and nothing beyond that.
Awesome. Well, before we jump in, we are now live, so let me just say a quick introduction and hello to everyone. Hello to live viewers or video watchers. Welcome back to the Helping Hands Hanabi Charity Marathon. And I could not be more excited to be joined today by three amazing people, all in their own rights. First, you all are probably familiar with Steven, aka Doodles. Hello, Steven.
Hello.
Next, a longtime friend of Hanabi in the stream, but first time coming on is Panacea, aka Darth Calculus. Hello.
Hello.
How is it being back at the Hanabi table?
Yeah, it's good. It's been a while for me. About like 2 years ago, I was playing every day, but I've been mostly doing Spire recently.
Yeah. Well, cool to have you back for at least a day. And last but not least, very excited to have Xecnar join of Slay the Spire fame. Hello, Xecnar. How are you?
Hello, good to be here. And yeah, hopefully I don't drag you guys down too much because it's going to be my very first time playing.
Well, that's sort of the fun of it, I think. We've all had our first games of Hanabi, and it's sort of a rite of passage to do silly things. So absolutely no worry at all.
Yeah, it's just a teaching game, so it's for fun.
Yeah, the goal is to have fun, so no pressure at all. Okay, so I guess yeah, for the viewers, Xecnar was just explaining. He's never played before. He's never used this website before, so I guess our first challenge as a team will be to successfully join a lobby and make the game. So I'm gonna make a lobby on hanab.live. Xecnar, were you able to make an account?
Yeah, I'm logged in right now.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Okay, so I made a lobby called Hello Xecnar. So I guess I didn't say hello to anyone else. All right. So I guess it would be helpful just to make sure we're on the same track. I'm just gonna press start and we'll go over the basic rules, okay?
But, yeah, at the very least for the viewers to have some idea of what we're doing out here. Be good.
Yeah, so here we are. You see the 4 lines horizontally are our hands. So each one of us will be seeing everyone else's cards, but then be faced with, a mysterious 4th hand, and that is your own hand. You start knowing absolutely nothing about your hand, which makes playing cards kind of difficult. But yeah, that's our goal. We're working as a team to try to score all 25 points. So there are 5 suits. Each suit has 5 numbers, 1 through 5. So it's sort of like solitaire, where you have to play the 1, and then the 2, and then the 3. So if you play out of order, you get a strike. You lose a life. And we lose the game if we get to 3 strikes, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, so the fun of it comes in the fact that we have very limited resources. We have limited, you could say, energy. So we have to spend energy, basically, called clue tokens, to tell each other about information. So Steven, I don't know, how about you can give us an example. SJ Drodge is Steven, he's starting the game, so good luck, Steven.
Okay, so you want me to give, like, a starting clue?
Yeah, go for it. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, I should add, usually you're not supposed to talk at all during the game, but we're just learning stuff, so.
Yeah, So remember, on your turn, you have three options. Kind of, you can sort of drag one of your cards blindly onto the play stacks and hope that it is playable somewhere. You don't need to know where. You can drag it into the trash can on the bottom right, which will generate us a clue, but then the card will not be playable anymore. Or you can spend a hint token to do what Steven just did here.
Yeah, and the hint tokens, the team has a supply of them that has a if you're at 0, you cannot give a clue, and if you're at 8, then you may not discard a card. So the clue tokens not only have a minimum but also have a maximum.
It's like 999 block. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, and someone in my chat wants to remind everyone the card quantities. So there are three ones of each color, 2 2s of each color, 2 3s, 2 4s, and only a single 5. So the 5s are kind of important in the sense that we don't want to discard them or misplay them.
So Xecnar, yeah, it's your turn. Do you have any questions? What are you thinking?
Oh wait, it's my turn. Okay.
Yeah, so you should,
Wait,
if you look over to the left, there should be a big, option menu.
I see. Bottom,
Yeah.
The bottom left. Yeah, the bottom left says my turn, and then okay. So probably like this.
We're intentionally not giving him anything to work with in terms of what he should do.
Okay, this should work.
Ooh, a 3 clue.
Okay. That's a bad play, but it's fine. It's fine.
Ooh. Okay, so chat. This is going to be tricky because we haven't taught like shot focus, so I don't think I can actually get this. Man, Hanabi's hard. Let's see. Guess I'm just gonna play. Okay, well, not to talk about strategy too much, but okay, Steve included me purple, so I'm gonna trust that is a purple 1, so I'm gonna play it. Woo. So like technically nothing was stopping this from being a purple 5, but
Who is 5?
Do we want to have any conventions for discarding yet?
I was thinking like we could talk about it after this game. I wanted this game to just
Okay.
be like pure science, you know?
Alright, sounds good.
I feel like each player only gets one opportunity to play the game completely blind, and we
Oh,
should
chat,
take
hello,
that
chat.
opportunity away from Xecnar.
Yeah. Hi chat.
Yeah,
Hi Burger. Hi
just a
Tootie.
few
Hi
players
Mox.
are learning quite a bit already. So many options.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm ready for him to like bust out a 5CE or something.
I
Just
also
like-
need to think about the turn after.
But yeah, I'm sure he's looking at the red 1, going into the red 2. There's the 5 on chop. Though we haven't talked about discard yet. We will, don't worry.
Actually, quite hard.
Yeah, it's all about like trusting your teammate to trust you, to trust them, you know.
And also no pressure to play fast.
Yeah.
Take your time as much as you want. We don't mind.
Wonder if you have a red 3 and a mega finesse. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not thinking too much about this 3 clue. I'm guessing it's sort of like a fill-in to identify
this.
this.
Give a clue here. I just don't know to who.
Yeah, I agree, Mox. That did look
Maybe,
suspiciously almost like a finesse. It's like a proto finesse. Oh, oh. Wait, there's no way. There's no shot. Is he finessing the red 1? And also, Zach, we won't give you any advice unless you ask for it. You know, if you have any ideas or questions, then I say go for it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this could just be like
I
a.
just learn better by usually I learn better by making mistakes, you know. So
Yeah.
no worries.
He's just like me for real. I agree. It's very easy to just, you know, these days, just learn everything. Like, it's the same about Spire, right? You can just learn that, oh, you know, Corruption is a really good card. You should always pick it. But it's a lot more useful if you learn that for yourself, right? Alright, well, here's a yellow 1. It's hilarious. Okay, none of these 2s are playable, so I wonder what Steven's going to do with that information. Maybe this is a little scary. I'm gonna. We're down to 3 clues, so there is a 5 on chop. So there's a little bit of spookiness going on here. Part of me wants to just clue 5 to Steven to be like ultra safe, but then again, I know Steven's not going to discard, so I'm gonna play. Worst case, we bomb this too, and there's a really good lesson to learn there about focus. But I think the intuition of this clue is solid. It's cluing all 3 cards, and Xecnar can see that, you know, 2 of them are going to be playable, so in terms of, like, efficiency, like, raw value, that's a 3-for-1 right there, so totally understandable. The risk is going to be that Steven thinks, aha, Xecnar's telling me to play this card. Hey, our first bomb. But like Xecnar said, right, now he'll learn like why he played that. And yeah. Where is red 1? Seriously. I swear, I have this. That would be hilarious if Xecnar was actually going for a finesse. Just look at this, right? If Darth assumes he has red 1, so he blind plays. That's called a finesse. Then he'll keep digging. So I play this. Patching, it's like a patch finesse. You know, it's definitely not happening, but again, the intuition sort of follows, right? He sees a red 1 in the hand, so he wants to get the clue down. It's in my hand. Okay, chat says I have red 1. Possible. Could be. But general, I mean, this is level 0, so no finesses yet.
We try discarding.
Yep, someone's got to do it.
How do you discard? Just drag a card to the bottom right?
Yep, right to the trash can. Let's see which one he discards, because I think all these cards were here at the start.
Oops.
Yeah, by the way, like, we should definitely not assume we would get a perfect score on the first game, so losing a 5 really isn't that bad.
Very true.
Looks like he's a Civ player. Discard newest. Yeah, Civ for the win. I was just talking to Panacea before the stream, and he was talking to his chat about discard oldest, and I realized that Panacea, he left playing before Civ and Ref Civ came around, so he's never heard of discard newest strategy. It's crazy how much has happened in the past just year and a half. I think this game, by the way, this first game is going to be awesome for... Woo, okay. I was thinking about playing that card, so thank you. Alright, that is not a red 1, folks. Definitely not a red 1. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. we call this a tempo clue. It's saying, well, it's not a very good clue, I'll be honest, but what it does do is get this to play, which can help Xecnar set up the yellow 3 and Panacea's hand. GD that 5. Oh, hi
Does
Sodium.
anything happen if
Thank
you actually run out of clues?
You cannot give a clue when you're at 0, but every time you discard, the team gets a clue back.
But yeah, the game doesn't end or anything, right?
Definitely not. No.
Okay.
The end condition
Oh, that
for
would
the
be
game
terrifying,
is
holy
that when
cow.
the final card from the
Can you
deck is
imagine that?
drawn, every player gets one more turn. So right now in the bottom left, you can see there are 28 cards left in the deck.
Oh, I should explain the 5s too. Oh, there's another random rule I forgot to mention. Whenever we play a 5 successfully, we also get a clue back.
True.
So it's extra nice to get those 5s down. But yeah, if you're just joining, like this is game 0. Xecnar said he learned the rules, but nothing else. So yeah, we haven't talked about where to discard from, so it makes sense he just discarded any card, which actually, like, there's actually no real logic behind why he should discard this one on opening turn, so that is a convention that you have to learn. Man, poor Xecnar, we've made him like clue every turn. There's no one else is touching Darth Calculus's hand. Yeah, apparently Civ. Maybe he's playing GTKPP too. 2s, chop moving the 5. But yeah, next game we're gonna do a Hydra. So next game I'm gonna be Hydraing with Xecnar, so we can talk through, you know, my thought process, and I can hear about his thought process. Hey, there's our red 1. We got it. Oh man, okay, so what should I do here? Man, let's see. Feels bad only being at 1 clue. Oh man, yeah, there's playables and criticals on everyone's chop, so this is kind of a nightmare situation. What the heck do we do? Yeah, I like just discarding. Steven should be spooked. This ain't trash, is all he can know. Nice.
To play a card, just drag it to the left, right? No matter what it is.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll successfully play no matter what color it is. Well, unless it's green. Nice. Okay, chop focus is going to be tricky too. It's just our luck. Of course, the whole blue suit, it was in opposite order, right? So, no doubt, if we include blue, you know, when you're just learning the game, like, I think intuitively, everyone sort of assumes to play their leftmost. That's generally agreed to be, like, the natural human thing to do. just because, you know, no one thinks about chop focus at first. It's just sort of like, hey, you have blue cards, and then if anything, that is sort of technically the focal point, you know. Started with purple. Yeah. Oh well, that too. Yeah. More evidence, right? Yeah, left focus right there. Jeez, alright, alright. Another discard. Yeah, so as you can see, right, the constraint, only having a few clues is really hard. If you run out of clues, then people have to discard, and then we start losing good cards. So yeah, that is the game. Oh, I see. Panacea is also streaming, so he's muted right now. I wonder how his chat is doing. Like, I don't know. Like, what's I guess I'd imagine like a Slay the Spire streamer's chat would probably be pretty familiar with Hanabi, right? Like, it's been around for 10 years. I know it's sold like millions of copies, so it's a pretty well-known game, right? I guess the opposite question, how many people in this chat have tried or know about Slay the Spire? There is a lot of crossover in terms of the fun of it. Well-known offline gem. Yeah, yeah. How you feeling about that too, Steven?
Could be anything.
And by the way, I'm gonna ask to plug this in the other streams too, but don't forget we are still raising money for the Trevor Project. After this game, I'll do a bigger shout out, but the donation button is still live. It's possible I'll miss donations just because, well, a few things, but I will read them and thank you ASAP. So yeah, stuff is being a little tricky. We lost a playable yellow 3. Red 2 we lost, but then, you know, the Hanabi deck giveth and taketh. I have no idea what I would do if I were Steven. 3? Maybe just 3. 3, oh, but then this could play. Yikes. Pop Monkey, hello. What does the Trevor Project do? Yes, sorry, yes, I should. It's a nonprofit that is all about suicide prevention, mental health awareness, and all that good stuff for LGBTQ youth. Yeah, we've been raising money. We were doing like a marathon all through December, and this is like a bonus week of fundraising. So yeah, it's a super awesome charity. Yeah, and it's a really important time to support that too, especially, well, all over the place. Ooh, tricky. Okay, Xecnar's like, fuck that. Okay, that's awesome. I love that. Oh, and in fact, wow, this one's clue is interesting. Okay, yeah. Wow, that one's clue is spicy. It's like setting up a purple clue. Ooh. If I had to guess, I think that was a really cool idea. But we'll see.
Yeah, Panacea didn't trust me.
Yeah.
Or they did trust you, but they trusted you to do something different.
Yeah, we
Maybe,
each had a
maybe,
different
maybe.
idea about what
Yeah.
you had in mind. I was like, oh yeah, I must have just drawn the useful thing.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep being terrified. I'm gonna keep being the discard bot and just keep discarding cards. Goodbye. Combo. That was cool. Okay, so we are at 2 strikes though, so the game might be over like this turn if Panacea plays this card. Normally I would say, like, reminder to the team that we're at 2 strikes, but I feel like that would be interpreted as table talk. Fair enough. So Xecnar, you said you had never heard of this game before?
Yeah, like the extent I know about this before this is just that Hanabi means fireworks in Japanese.
Oh, that's all you need to know, yeah. Yeah, the story is actually, there is like a little story to it. It's very silly. They say we're all firework technicians, and we're trying to get ready for a fireworks show. But someone knocked over the light, so we're all in the dark, and we're trying to put all the fireworks in a line. That's the deep Hanabi lore. Okay, so now what? Steven's hand.
It's a really cool game. I can see how you play it for like thousands of hours.
Oh my god, seriously, yes. It's too true. The thing I really like about it is that, you know, the best move, the optimal strategy, always depends on who you're playing with, right? Like, you can't just do one single strategy and expect it to always work.
Yeah, because at least from what I see now, is that you need to play like, at least for 2 people. At least.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, you can play up to 6 people. But that's, yeah, I don't know, they're all fun. Alright, let's start working on Steven's hand here. Goodbye, Red 3. We can't save it all. And hey, you know what? Maybe Xecnar will discard slot 1 again, actually. I didn't even think of that, but... And Panacea, actually, yeah, when did you learn about Slay the Spire? Was it after you got into Hanabi, or before?
I think
07 to the Red 3, folks.
I think I learned the rules of Hanabi before I learned about Slay the Spire, but I didn't play online until after I'd already played a lot of Slay the Spire.
Ah, cool. And Steven, what about you? You just play all sorts of games, so... Would you look at that? I do have Red 3.
I learned about Hanabi,
nice call, Davey.
In between rounds at a bridge tournament.
Oh, that's so good. So good. Oh yeah, bridge.
You know, yeah, to take a break from playing cards, we decided to play more cards.
Yeah, I had no idea how big of a game bridge was. Like I never realized there were like bridge tournaments, let alone like being able to make a career of it. That's very cool. Okay, so wow, things are going maybe okay now. It's technically possible, yep. I wonder what Xecnar thought about me just murdering this poor purple 3. Oh god, 2 strikes, 0 clues, very stressful. Alright, the red suit is done. Hey, we've completed the red suit. Minus that red 5, but let's not talk about the red 5. Oh, also, wait, I have music for this. Let's slap on some music. I made a curated playlist that I think is less likely to get muted.
I love that Xecnar discards from slot 1 by default.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Xecnar is going to be good at this game, I can tell.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on, I see something about my 5. Oh, shoot. Steven might have to... I wonder if Steven might discard here as a generation. I just realized this is on chop, technically. Oh man, oh man. Moment of truth for Steven here. I've been like panic discarding this whole game. Okay, so we might lose a 5. We'll see, we'll see.
Yeah, when it's like 0 to, then there's nothing to do except discarding.
Discard or play a card, yeah. That's the only two options.
Yeah, be brave and just randomly blind play a card. No. Yeah, yeah. I should have seen that coming. That was my fault. Yeah, Steven didn't want to scream. That's totally legit. This is Xecnar's very first game. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I gotta say this deal has been pretty frustrating. Yeah, I gotta say this deck has not made it easy for us. It's pretty funny. Jeez, because this is out of order, right? And we only have 1 clue, so I guess I'm gonna discard. Are you planning on teaching H group standard levels? Yeah, no conventions right now. We're probably gonna get into like the beginner guide, you know. If Xecnar is interested, we will teach chop focus. And like the save and play principle, you know. Oh, did we talk about how the game ends? You can see it at the bottom left. There's only 6 cards in the deck. That's what that big 6 means. So we are approaching the inevitable end of this game. Okay, 1s. Ooh, okay. This looks like another setup clue. For those who are unfamiliar, like, this is how trash pushes were first created. Like, let's say this is green 3 and this is green 1. And, like, let's say this is yellow 3. Red 3, whatever, it doesn't matter. We can't just clue 3, because it'll focus on the wrong card. We can't clue green, because it might focus on the wrong card. So... But it is cool, like, identifying trash is another, just very intuitive strategy. Since, especially, Xecnar has been getting burned by discarding 5s and stuff. I totally remember doing that same strategy of, like, identifying trash and just being like, yo, these are safe. So... Discarding newest is non-standard, yes. I mean, it's not standard, it's just what Xecnar chose to do, naturally. The first discard of the game was, Xecnar just
So
naturally...
1, 5, 2, 4, and 3 trees.
One, oh. Yeah, nice. Ooh, Steven doing a spicy clue. Steven went for the finesse. Wait, Xecnar's counting cards? He just named all the cards that are left. That's kind of sick. Oh, so, well, actually, I'll wait for your turn. Yeah, Steven said it best. He said earlier, everyone only gets one shot, one opportunity to play this game completely blind, right? You can't go back to that moment where you first try it, you know? Everything after your first game is going to be clouded by judgments and assumptions. Obviously, they're good judgments. And conventions, you know. But first game is just good old-fashioned, natural Hanabi. But I can already tell he's thinking about the right things. He's done like efficiency clues, fix clues, you know, like setup clues. Not being afraid to discard early or clue early, you know, it's all lots of good stuff. Okay, but now we're in trouble, right? Aren't we losing a card? Oh, yellow 4, Ian? I guess. Oh, by the way, I think Panacea and Xecnar are both streaming this, so oh, I should do a quick shout out to. It looks like all three of us are streaming our perspectives. So anyone in chat, I highly recommend you go check out Xecnar and Panacea's stream. You can see their hands and their point of view about what they're trying to think about. Just no table talk. Don't, of course, don't spoil what you see in other people's hands.
Yeah, I'm also talking about what I'm thinking a little bit to my stream.
Nice.
Cool. Yes, let the worlds collide. The mind meld. The Spire players can come in and and learn Hanabi, and vice versa. If you like Hanabi, you should go try Slay the Spire. It's like all the same like neurons firing of like, you know, risk assessment and like, ooh, what's the best line? Ooh, how do I do cool stuff now but also plan for the future? You know, it's all that, except, you know, without the pressure of needing to worry about other people. So it's like very, very relaxing Hanabi. Okay, that actually was just unlucky. You're like a sniper with your discards. Each one, you've discarded like the worst one possible. Maybe that was intentional. Maybe that was positional. That's another nice thing about this game is whenever you do something wrong, or like not wrong, but whenever you know, discard a 5, it's never your fault, right? Because literally, that's our job to tell you. So, good old co-op games. No bears! Hello, Apnea. Welcome, welcome. We've seen our first advanced strategy here. Steven clued this as green. Which, oh no! That means Panacea is going to bomb this as green 3, except wait. I must have the green 3. Alright, hold on to your hats. Here we go. Woo! advanced stats. That is the finesse. Alright, so maybe Zek can clue 5. Like, seriously, all the cards have been out of order. Like, 4 is blocked, yellow is blocked. And look at how the blue cards were at the beginning. Xecnar drew blue 2, 3, 4 in exactly the wrong order, unless we're doing chop focus. So, yeah, like normally we would just do, if we were playing with H group conventions, we could just get a blue clue and then just immediately go smack blue and assume that this card would play. Alright, the end is nigh. This is yellow. So yeah, actually 5 works fine. We might actually... Okay, oh, right. I forgot about the purple suit. Rip the purple suit. So the maximum score, we can't get the 3s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could get a max of 21, okay. P5 dead anyway. Yeah. Rip. So actually, yeah, green 4, green 5, yellow 4, yellow 5, and that's it. So play. Alright, Xecnar is seeing the Matrix. Ooh, okay. Maybe to set up... Oh, Xecnar can do it. Alright, last round, here we go. So this will be everyone's last turn of the game, so good luck. Yeah, I mean, seriously, maybe I should have just trash pushed. I don't know. It almost feels like Xecnar was doing like really fancy things, like this 2 clue as a finesse. The 1's clue as a trash chop move to set up purple.
Wait, are there only 2 copies of 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
2 copies of the 2, the 3s, and the 4s, and then the 5 is the only one that's a single.
Okay.
Sorry if the mics are a little quiet. I cranked it as much as possible, but... So hopefully just like 5 or yellow. Woohoo! Hey, GG!
Yeah, GG.
21 points is not bad for a very first game.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Plus, the cards we lost were hilarious. Just like randomly discarding this. Like all the other cards are trash, and you found the one card. Too bad.
Yeah, we're thinking between the 2 3s. Yeah, but yeah, I was thinking. I thought that there were 3 copies of 3s, and then not 2. So even if I discarded one of them, it was still fine.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I mean, first of all, congrats on your first game. What we usually like to do, there's this really cool feature where you can actually look back through the game. So if we're down for it, it's sort of, the community generally likes to review the games, just sort of go through and talk about what each clue meant. So actually, Panacea, would you like to do the honors to lead the review?
Oh, I can do the review, sure.
Awesome.
1 second. I'm just chewing my cookie.
Oh. And then,
Wait. So do I use shared turns or what?
Yeah, 1 sec. I gotta pass it to you. But also, do y'all mind if I do a quick shout out about the charity?
Go for it.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Well, first of all, yeah, again, I just want to say thanks to everyone for being here, and I really appreciate y'all being a part of this marathon. So what we're doing in my stream this past month, I've been doing a Hanabi marathon, raising money for the Trevor Project, which is a really cool, really amazing, really important nonprofit for LGBTQ youth. So they do mental health and suicide prevention and it's a really important time for that. So yeah, if you go to, well, on my stream you can do !donate or !blue cans to learn more information. I'll post the link in Discord if you all want to share it, but it's yeah. But anyway, this is our last week. This is like a bonus week because it was so exciting to get to do this collaboration. So thank you all, and yeah. I'll pass it to Panacea for the review. Not bombing out.
All right. So, do I use shared turns or?
Yeah, share turns.
Okay, so now we're at the beginning, and now we're not at the beginning. The first clue was purples here? Okay, good.
So now
So
now
people see
the
the
levee's
first
about to
clue.
break. Now we're going to talk about a little bit of strategy.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so we're cluing purples.
The reviews
and
are where the meat and
Steven
potatoes
is probably
live.
thinking this is a tight clue, so that yeah, and conventionally they will play the leftmost card, which is not something that Xecnar would know about, but maybe the Xecnar is pleasantly surprised. The purple one is the one that is played. Or actually, no, we'll see what happens later. So
here I should definitely tell clue about once and not three. If I do give the clue.
yeah, how come it doesn't have a little hover thing telling me what the most recent clue was?
Oh, I think it's now you can slightly see there's a shading of the arrows. So the white arrow versus the gray arrow.
I don't see any arrows.
Oh, weird.
You probably just have to refresh the page. It's probably
Okay.
one of those glitches. Yeah.
Let me do that.
Yeah, this whole website is like open source and free to use, so there's actually
perfect.
been a lot of updates recently, so maybe some glitches going on.
Okay, now it's better. So yeah, so
Cool.
maybe ones would be better because then Cameron Book knows 2 ones that can be played sort of sooner. But the 3 it is sort of delayed information. And then it's Darth Calculus' turn, and I say this blue 1, which maybe will allow
the
the
blue
blue
card.
2 to be played at some point in Xecnar's hand.
Xecnar's blue cards were so frustrating. It's very hard to get those to play without conventions.
Yeah. And then the purple 1 gets played. Yeah. Blue 1 gets played. Xecnar's turn. And the 2 is a clue. Xecnar probably thinks this is just high information, including a lot of cards that will be useful soon. Steven probably interprets this as a play clue and decides to play one of them.
Well, sort of. My playing slot 1 off of this clue actually had more to do with Piano playing the yellow one.
Missed the start of
Oh,
stream. Xecnar
I
only
see.
knew
Because
hey, it can be...
I can't
yes.
know whether or not I hold a blue 2.
He read the very
And
basic
so
rules,
my model
but
of Piano was
zero
that Piano
strategy.
would clue Xecnar's blue 2 if I didn't hold a blue 2. So we could cooperate together and get the...
Yeah,
Right.
I
'cause
thought about
Steven
just
has no
going
idea
5.
whether they have blue 2 or not.
Right.
Yeah, I figured that my hand was very awkward because I did not get any clues, but that was all I had, like nothing else.
Yeah, it's so sad. We, now that we see everyone's hands, we can see that we had the whole blue suit. But yeah, very awkward to clue them.
So then why did you choose to play the left 2? Just because...
Because I now believe it's blue 2. I have negative blue on the other 2 2s.
Ah, I see.
And
Oh
it
yeah.
is my belief that Piano's only playing the
That's a
yellow
good
one
point.
instead of helping with Xecnar's hand if blue 2 is unimportant.
Does that make sense, Xecnar? So from
I'm showing
Steven's
it.
perspective, Steven does not want to clue Xecnar's blue 2 because Steven has 3 2s that could be duplicating the blue 2, and then we're sort of unclear which blue 2 is going to get played.
Yes, it's not
And
Steven's
so
job.
the extension of that is that maybe Piano Blood would clue the blue too, because
I should include the 2.
if Steven did not have the blue too,
What
then
did you
who's
think of
gonna
the
clue
color
blue too?
clues?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, but of course it was not the blue
Yeah, I think
two,
you
it was
just
the
said
red
like
two,
the value.
and then
We're about to hear a lot more of his
Xecnar
intuitions
discards.
in the
and
Hydra game.
Unfortunately, it happens 5.
We're about to do a Hydra
And
game,
this
so
is kind of sad, but it happens. And then I decide to save this blue 5. But you said you were going to play that blue 5?
half joking. My chat was telling me that it's probably red 1, but no, no, I wasn't actually gonna play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of options here. I don't really know if this is a good option.
Nice
I
try,
can
chat. Nice
clue the
try.
yellow 2 because Steven's hand is full of goodies that we don't want to be discarded.
Oh, I should.
I guess if I clue, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of good clues to give. I don't know if this is really that important, but it is going to be discarded soon, maybe.
Sorry, chat. Okay.
And then, yeah, this yellow clue, normally it's not that great to use a clue on a card that has already been clued. But in this case, we don't want Steven to randomly discard or something, so we need to give him something to do. And then to the red 1, which is a nice card, and then maybe the red 2 will come soon.
Okay. Boom.
And then table with discards to generate a clue.
I was hoping Steven. Okay, I see your note on your green 5. Spooked out of my gourd. Yep.
Yes.
It's hard, right? Because I can't really spend a clue to clue the 5, or else Steven's gonna discard some other good card.
Yeah, so we wanted Steven to be doing the cluing so that Steven is not doing any discarding, so Piano Blood can discard, and Steven picks up on that, as you can see if you
I
look
wonder
at the note on his card.
I wonder if
You can,
Xecnar's chat is being helpful.
Cover the green 5 in Steven's hand here. Now we clue the blue 2, which is going to be really good. We can maybe get the blue cards going.
Goodbye, yellow 3.
And then I discard.
Man, Hanabi really is hard if you don't have
Maybe I shouldn't be willing
conventions,
to
huh?
discard here. I'm not really sure.
It's like you gotta clue all the cards, man. Brutal.
Piano Book also discards. Now we have more clues. And then we clue the blues, but maybe Xecnar doesn't know which one to play.
Oh, Xecnar, what was your reasoning for this one's clue? I actually love it, but I'm curious to hear your thought process.
So I was thinking we are low on clues, yeah, and like at that moment I still don't have any information to play my card yet.
Solid,
So I want
solid.
to get more clues because I don't think. I figure that Panacea is going to have a hard time like deciding on what to do in his turn, and especially when we are low on clues. So I want to
Teamwork.
generate more clues and give Panacea something to do like immediately. But yeah, like the clue can be interpreted like 2 ways. And unfortunately,
Story of my life.
Panacea, like, chose
I picked the other way.
the other way.
Unlucky. Yeah, I guess sort of conventionally.
That's classic
later on,
Hanabi.
we just say that you can generate clues by letting them discard a random card. And then it's not actually a random card because we sort of know which one that will be discarded. And so we don't give too many clues for the purposes of discarding because you can just discard them without knowing what they are, basically. But if this one's case,
I'm trying to think of a
I
Spire
mean, especially
analogy
without
for
any
this.
conventions, you don't really know what I'm. Like, you might be worried that I'll discard this too, and so you can tell me to avoid that by giving me ones to discard. Unfortunately, I was kind of excited that maybe I just green one, and I decided it was that instead. But
Something about scaling. Nah,
But I guess
don't
maybe
quite
you
have
could
an
do
analogy.
greens if I just do the green one.
Yes, Xecnar is one of us. He loves
So
trash.
maybe I should have trusted that you were trying to generate some clues here.
Yep, he's a Civ player. Discard's newest. He's a GTKPP player, 2 chop move, and he's a trash
and
lover.
then I bomb it, and then we
I love it.
discard for 3.
Yo, Piper, hello.
Why'd you choose to discard the one that you knew was 3?
I thought maybe Steven could follow up with like 3s if I have green 3. Or worst case, the thing is, yeah, it's risky either way. Like if I discard my chop, it could be a good card, like green 4 or something useful. So I went with the known sort of bad thing rather than the unknown, maybe horrible thing.
I see.
Risk mitigation.
And then blue 4, so this disambiguates 3 and the blue 4 perfectly.
Nice clue. Look at us helping each other out.
And then I clue the green 1. I discard my trash 1.
Protecting the purple 4 for what
And
it's
we
worth.
clue the red 2, which unlocks the red 3.
This turn
We
was
know
so
that
sad.
this 3 is could be
So
red
sad.
or blue from Steelbook's perspective, but the blue 3 has already been played, so probably it will get the red 3 to play.
Panacea's hand is a nightmare. Everything's out of order again.
Right, I have purple 2, but it's not easy to. Well, yeah.
So yeah, well, I'll explain in a second what we'll
And
do
then
next.
maybe it wasn't good for this red 4 because it's not that high priority. But then at least I know that Piano will play the red 3 into it.
I'm gonna have us all offer up one piece of advice.
Discard,
And then play a Hydra game.
give Steven a yellow 3 to play. 5, the other 3 does not play yet because we need to get the purples going.
Sorry, can we go to turn 40 again? This might be a useful like UI feature. So Xecnar, if you let's see, if you like go hover over my hand and click on it, like click and hold.
Mm-hmm.
We call this empathy. You can see what I see about my hand, right?
Oh, okay.
So if you hover over the
that's definitely
5, yeah, and that's why online Hanabi is so different than playing it, on with real cards, because you get to see all this information that the website keeps track of. So yeah, if you hover over the 5, it could be red, it could be purple, it could be blue, except I can see the purple 5. And the red 5 was discarded, so it must be blue, and therefore I can play it.
Okay.
Yeah, so the yellow and green are not showing up because Piano
right.
received the yellow clue and a green clue that did not touch the card. And the red and purple are X'd out because Piano Book sees them in other players' hands.
Right, the negative information is good too. So much subtle stuff to keep track of.
And so that way it's known blue 5 and it can be played.
There goes the purple 5. Rip. Man.
Wait. That's a new card from.
Let's
Let's say I discard one card, yeah. Then the new card goes on a slot 1, or where does it go?
Ooh, he's asking,
Yeah,
folks.
Yeah, the new card is always drawn into slot 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Which, no spoilers, but that is a very important or very useful thing to know. Hehehe.
Yeah, so maybe
He trash pushed. One
maybe
of
it's
us.
better to clue the yellow
One of
4
us.
than the 1s here because the reason to clue the 1s would be so that when Cannibalic discards. Cannibalic does not choose to discard the yellow 4, but instead chooses the 1s. But one way to do that would just be to clue the yellow 4 and let Cannibalic discard a random other card. Because none of them matter. Maybe that would be a little bit better.
Yeah, I can see how yellow wouldn't work cleanly, but 4 would work as just a clean 1-for-1, we call it.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And
Scoop.
then green 5, I decide to save it so that Steven will not discard the green 5 randomly.
Man, that would have been wild for me to try to play that card blind.
This is
2
my
strikes.
favorite turn of the game because Xecnar comes up with a positional discard
Ooh.
to try to get Darth's yellow 4.
Oh wow.
Yeah, how did you choose between which slot to discard here? Or was it just random?
I was picking. I was thinking that there are still 3 trees in the game, yeah, and I don't want to discard a 4 because the.
Oh,
I guess I can see
a
two
green
yellow 4, so in hindsight it doesn't make sense. But I was thinking that the one of the 2 trees in my hand are safer to discard because they are guaranteed to not be 4s. So I just pick one of them randomly.
Oh, cool. Okay, I see. Because it has -4. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I was thinking there are 3 copies of trees in the game, so even if I accidentally discard the 3 purple, it's
Yo, I
still
love that.
okay. But there's only 2 copies.
Yeah, so chat, you can see, right? These cards in
Okay,
his
so
hand
does
were previously touched
Steven want to talk about
as
this
not
green
being a
4
4.
card?
So he went back and noticed that these cannot be 4s. And so he decided to discard one.
Well, does it make sense what it's doing, Xecnar? Just like on the face of it, or no?
Steven got cheeky and did a reverse
which one?
finesse.
The green clue that I gave to Darth Calculus.
It's pretty spicy.
Green clue at this point.
So what do you think about this? What do you think about green in general?
I love green.
So
Always clue green 4.
5 is okay. So I know that I know that Steven knows that the 5 in his hand is green.
Nice, nice.
Yes. So Darth Calculus will know for sure this is a green 4, right? Because green 3 and the green 5, you see?
Yeah.
And so I'm not gonna. This is a relevant card for sure, so it must be like the green.
Man, I've missed Darth Calculus
then,
too. He's great.
Why would we be killing it right now? Well, notice that there's a green 3 in Piano Book's hand. So kind of we could play the green 3 and the green 4 and the green 5. But Piano Book doesn't actually know that they have the green 3. But Piano Book assumes that the green 4 would not be clued unless it was relevant right now. So that means Piano Book has the green 3. And the convention is that this is the newest card that Piano Book has drawn in their hands, which is the leftmost one, is basically a promise to be the green 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a finesse.
Yeah, because it's scary from my perspective. When I look, I have to ask, wait, this green clue is terrifying, because Panacea is just going to play that as green 3. And then I realize, whoa, wait a minute, I must have just drawn green 3. So,
Right. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
yeah, I'll warn you, that is more advanced. But I think there's Steven saw no risk of it going wrong, so I love it. Very cool, very cool. Also, oh man, I freaking love. I love why you discarded this. It's very cool.
And another nice thing about that clue is like it's more efficient. So we get 2 cards to play for only 1 clue.
Yay!
And then it's pretty straightforward from there.
Very nice.
Cool stuff.
Woo! Okay, so how are you feeling with the general strategy, Zach? What's your impression after 1 game?
So I guess it's very important to read from the like first clue. First and second players. So yeah, me wasting the clue like, right at the start is like pretty bad.
Yeah, wasting clue. I mean, yeah, it's. I think we saw that whole game, right? We went down to just a couple clues, and then we got into a nasty, forced discard, forced clue. So yeah, spending clues efficiently is very, very important. But actually, well, first of all, is everyone down to play again?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm good.
Woo!
Woo! So I thought what would be really fun is there's a special kind of game we call a Hydra game. So one of the players will have 2 heads. So basically, I'd like you 3 to play a 3-player game, except I'm going to be spectating Xecnar's point of view. And so Xecnar and I will be talking during the game about the moves. How does that sound?
Sure. Is it just a normal 3-player game, except that 2 players are collaborating?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, cool. So maybe if Steven and Panacea, if you want to just like deafen yourselves on Discord, so then we can talk. Cool. It's also fine if you just whatever. Okay, they're gone. Okay, so I guess I'll make a new table.
So do I just return to the lobby?
Yep. So I made a new table. If you hop in here.
Okay.
Okay, so I was actually curious, how did you learn Slay the Spire? Like, let's say, I'm sure you heard about the game, heard it was good. How did you go about learning? Like, did you play it just casually, or did you look up any strategy guides? What was your process?
Oh, my very first, I talked about this on my stream a couple of times, but my very first exposure to the game is just from watching it being played on A20 by a Hanabi speedrunner.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, the very first thing I see about the game is it being played on A20 and going for the heart.
Oh my gosh.
So I just I just think that the games are really cool. So then I played the game with intention from the first one, to actually get good at the game, because I see how complex and nice it can be.
Cool,
so
that's very cool.
Yeah, that is actually kind of a no casual play sort of.
I get that, yeah.
I started out just by watching. I watched Baylor for like a pretty long time, and then play like Ironclad, Silent End Watcher to A20, and then afterwards, after I played like
No defect
200 hours or something, I started watching Live Coach, and then just from there just slowly improving.
Very cool.
Right, so 3-1, I should definitely play one of them.
Yeah, this this one's clue is so nice, because now our job is very clear, right? We're just supposed to play our ones. So yeah, I'm sort of similar. When I want to play a game, I feel like, trying to take it seriously or like think about it strategically is part of the fun, So Yeah.
The difficult part is just that like whenever there's a new game coming out, you don't really know whether this game is like worth it's worth your time or not, you know. But at least for Spire, I know immediately. Like I see the player spending like an hour in Act 1 or Act 20 and they think about all things and like, oh, the decisions actually end up mattering, and then I know, yeah, this game is cool.
Yep.
I just go into it with the intention of min-maxing it right from the start.
Love it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
just
the
be
green
random,
clue.
The green clue probably means I have a green one. Green one here.
Yep. I agree. We don't know which one, right? But it's somewhere in there.
But here
Because
we
if
can,
not, if we don't have green one, Steven will just assume that's green one and bomb it. So fortunately, we can trust Panacea that we have the green one. Yeah.
And Steven should know that. So
yep.
You should also know that that is not a green one.
Yep. Okay, can I ask a tricky question to challenge you?
Yeah, sure.
What do you think about us cluing blue to Steven right now? I'll give you a hint. Why would that be a bad idea?
Cluing blue.
I'm pushing him here. Yeah, so Steven has a blue one. We could clue it if we wanted to.
So if we So if we have
Steven gave the clue, right? Yeah.
Blue. So what we don't want him to do is to discard it, which means that so it definitely has to do with the fact that if our hand has the blue one or not.
He's got it. He's got it. Yes.
But I don't see the full implication yet.
Well, I think you got it. You got it. Yeah, we might have blue one exactly. So yeah, if we have blue one already, then like you said last game, right? It would be a waste of a clue to tell Steven about his blue one, right?
So he's going to assume that it's like blue 2.
Well, I don't think so. He would trust it's blue 1 just because, you know, we're the one giving the clue, right? But
we have like 3. Yeah, the thing is that we have 3 ones. It's going to be weird either way. If we try to give him a clue about 1.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if we both have
he's
the
got
same
it,
one,
folks.
it's better to discard and not play it.
Right. Yeah, so I agree that would be weird. So yeah, I think we can just play our ones, and then you know if
pick a random one.
Yeah, anyone's fine. Hey, nice guess. And so then, you know, it can be Panacea's job. If he wants to clue Steven's blue one, he can go right ahead. Yeah, the game's it's a lot more comfortable when we just get all the ones down. The ones are the easy part. So yeah, this is like the base game. Like this sort of feels like Ascension level 0, you know. Just the normal 5 colors, nothing really hard, but you can. There are basically different Ascensions, different like levels of difficulty you can add for extra challenge. So it's just the beginning. So, moment of truth. We'll see if Panacea clues the blue one or not. Okay.
So I'm assuming that we have blue one.
I think that's a safe assumption. Yep. Hey, thank you. Wait, what just happened? Selbor, hello. Thanks for the follow. Welcome.
I could still play one because the Steven's turn is just going to be discard one of the 3 cards in his hand.
Yep. All of which, yeah. Yeah, Panacea, I really like the 5 clue, right? That tells Steven not to discard those ones.
Yeah, and then also tells us that the other 3 are safe to discard.
Yeah.
So I just play another one.
Love it. Okay, so if you want to be really fancy, there's a really cool feature where you can take notes on cards. So if you hover over our last one and right click on it, do you see a little text box? So if you're like, I have a terrible memory, so I like to make a lot of notes. So you could just write blue on that card, and it'll show up as blue 1.
Okay. Wait. Press enter to register.
Okay. You got it. Nice.
Yeah,
You can also make notes on other people's cards, but I don't know. It's not always useful. So yeah, to anyone in Xecnar's chat, this is where online Hanabi is like a very different game. If you played Hanabi years ago, you know, with your friends at a party or something, you know, you won't be able to remember what color your cards are, or like Xecnar being able to discard something because it had not 4 on it. That's like impossible to do outside of online Hanabi, so. But yes, expert Hanabi players online absolutely rely on every little bit of information possible. There's a lot of depth that you can go into about reading what each other are meaning about different clues. Issues not hand shuffle. Oh god, Selbor, yes. Same here. Yeah, it's so easy to just like want to move them around. Okay, great. So, is your chat being helpful at all? Do they know Hanabi?
Yeah, I'm not looking at it so much, but
I'm sure they'll behave, right, chat? No spoilers.
yeah, no spoilers. So just play blue one and assume that Steven will discard, and then Panacea will give.
Okay, Selbor. Nice.
Maybe a clue. Or should I clue? Should I clue Panacea about the 2 5s?
Oh, interesting. That would be... I'll say that's not necessary. Like, they're expecting us to just play the 1. That's sort of the normal thing. But actually, I kind of like the 5's clue.
Because the thing is that if I play the blue one, yeah, and Steven discard a card, and if our hand doesn't have anything like super useful to clue, then Panacea is having a pretty rough turn.
yeah, he might have nothing to do, right? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, if I clue him about the 5s, then Steven can discard, Panacea can discard, and then I can play my 1, and then whoever discard can happen the next round.
Let's do it. Yeah, I love that. This is the fun thing about Hydras too, right? Like, I probably would have just played my 1 and not thought about it, but I actually like this clue better. So, okay, so Steven is like an expert, right? So I'm trying to think about what he's going to think about this clue. Probably he'll think that we're telling him to discard, right? We're reaching across him to tell the fives. So he should probably get the message that his hand is complete garbage.
This is just a little bit risky because like Panacea can discard any card right now, but if he discards the 3 yellow, then turn after he cannot discard another 3 yellow.
Yeah, yeah. So fortunately, yeah, once one copy gets discarded, we can actually give it what we call a save clue. For exactly that, you know, like we're cluing the fives to tell them to not discard them. So we can do the same thing like about the yellow 3. If we need to, we can just give it a save clue. But yes, that is, we definitely have to watch out for that in case that happens. Well, I sure hope our 1 is blue. But of course it is, of course it is. Would you be interested in me giving a little bit more strategy advice?
Go ahead.
Okay, so you notice how Steven discarded the blue 1 and not the other cards? So that's sort of something we all naturally start doing. Oh, yep. See, Panacea just did it too. He discarded his rightmost card. And the logic there is that the cards on the right are going to be the cards that have been in your hand for the longest amount of time. Because remember that new cards always get drawn to the left.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So if new cards come to the left, that means old cards go to the right.
And yeah, if the old cards are 5, they shouldn't be clue to not be discarded. And if the old cards are playable, they should also have been like clue to be saved, I assume.
Exactly, yep. And so therefore, you know, if when you're trying to decide what card to discard, that sort of becomes the natural strategy to discard your oldest card.
Okay, so here I just probably just play my 1 and assume that maybe Steven discarded again, but we have a lot of clues. But it doesn't make any sense to give any clues right now, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, everything's looking pretty good, except who knows what's happening in our hand.
Yeah, just play the 1 blue.
Yep. Hey, it's blue. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, so be right back. I'm back, chat. I'm back. What happened? Oh, we got a 2 clue. Okay, I'm back.
So why does the purple 2 here have an exclamation mark?
Oh yeah, good question. That's just a nice reminder that it's the only copy left. It's because the other purple 2 has already been discarded.
Oh, okay, so there are only 2 2s as well. Yeah,
Yep.
3 1s, two twos, two threes, 2 4, and 1 5. Okay.
Yep, which also adds to 10 cards each of each color, so 50 cards total.
This full clue is a bit dangerous because yeah, it's either like to save the purple 2 or to play because there are 3 ones in play and not purple 1.
Yeah, that's funny. Statistically, it probably is playable, right? I guess there's 6 playable 2s and only 1 purple 2. But fortunately, remember I said like save clues? We do allow for save clues. So Steven's a pro, so I have no doubt that he will play it safe and assume that it could be purple 2. And in fact, I'd argue there's probably really good evidence that it is the other purple 2, right? Because we let him discard the other copy. So I bet he'll actually guess it is purple 2, if I know Steven. But that's more advanced. Well, personally, not much has changed. I don't see much for us to clue, unless you have any ideas.
Yeah, there's not a lot of information for us at the moment, so I'm assuming we don't have playable cards.
Yeah, sadly, it doesn't look like it. No one has clued us for a long time.
So probably maybe it's time to. I don't know. Should we
We could 3-save.
Panacea about the yellow trees now.
We could, except I'm afraid he would think that is a play clue, right? Usually when you clue 3s, or when you clue a card, you have to ask, is this a save clue or a play clue? In this case, he would...
No, like, what if we clue like yellow? No, then he assumes that maybe it's a different number.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he definitely would.
Yeah, that's the trick part, is thinking about what they will think about our clue, yeah. It might look very normal to us, but they might misinterpret it. It's actually I'm not speaking on. It's
1 in Panacea's hand, and he again, I assume it's the purple 1.
Yep, exactly.
So honestly, I have I have no idea what to do this turn.
Well, fortunately, there is another option, which is just to discard. Sometimes you just gotta discard, right? So it probably is.
Like if there's no clue, then I'm just assuming about our hand. I'm just assuming then they are all discardable.
Maybe not all, but I would say our
At least
our oldest card.
Older card, right?
Exactly, yeah. Like I said last game, right? Like if we discard and it's a 5, that's not our fault. That's Panacea's fault. So I think we definitely we have permission to just discard our card if we want. Perfect. Complete garbage. I was trying to think of like a Slay the Spire metaphor. It's like ones and 2s are like Iron Wave and Perfected Strike. I don't know. They're really good in the early game, but then they're complete trash in the later game. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Now I've got some options. What do you think?
I'm assuming I should play this 2 and let Steven, if the 2 in our hand is yellow, then Steven can tell Panacea about the yellow tree. I mean, he's going to do that anyway, because now it cannot be discarded.
Right. Yep. Yeah, that would be perfect if it was yellow too.
And Steven can see mine and Panacea's hand, so pretty decent chance that it's just yellow too.
Yeah. But also, I just noticed Steven has a blue 3, so actually, you know what? I'm gonna bet that R2 is not blue. Can you see why?
Oh,
I'll give you a hint. Like I think Panacea might have done something different. Chat, any guesses? My chat knows. My chat are Hanabi pros, so.
Oh, so if our blue is 2, then Panacea would probably tell Steven about the 3 blue, because the assumption that we are going to play our 2 this turn.
Exactly. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Good call.
Oh, we just play the 2.
Yep. Oh, perfect. Oh, wow, that's actually really, really nice, because not only is there yellow 3, there's also yellow 4 and yellow 5, so we're going to be able to complete the whole suit now.
But now there's also a green 3, though. I mean,
yeah.
Both are playable, but...
Yeah, I love Steven's clue there. He picked up both the 3s with 1 clue, so very nice.
Yeah, Panacea should know the yellow 3 is the yellow 3.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah. Let's go.
See
Xecnar.
5 in Steven's hand. So if he knows it's yellow 3, he should definitely play it. I think.
Yeah, I wonder what he thinks about his other 3. I think it could be anything, but you know, it seems maybe a little greedy for him to assume that it's exactly the other playable 3, right? Maybe it could be red 3 or purple
yellow,
3.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
yellow.
yeah, perfect. Yep. That's another great clue because it picks up the 4 and fills in the 5. So now we're gaming. We're gaming. I'm gonna predict that Panacea does not play that 3. I think he's gonna hold on to it in case it's purple or red.
Yes. It's probably a blue. This card is. It can be all purple. One of the random 2 cards. So.
Yo, he's reading the discards.
If Panacea discards the card, then can I assume that I have purple 4?
Ooh, that's a cool read. Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's possible he'll just really trust that Steven would have clued it. But yeah, hard to say. We might have purple 4. But I love that logic that, like, the fact that if he felt safe to discard, it's because he sees other things. That's, like, sort of true. That's sort of true. At a higher level, that's, like, actually really, really important.
So we definitely don't have purple 1, I'm assuming.
Yeah, sadly, I think we only got clued. Yeah, the 1 and 2, so... The other nice thing about discarding, it's easy to just think like, oh no, it's, you know, let's risk a discard and get a clue back. But the other thing that it does is draws a new card, right? So every time you draw a new card is a new chance at drawing
for
a
more
playable
clues.
card. So like we would love to draw blue 2 or red 1. Or sorry, red 2.
And I don't see the any clue we can give, which is like super useful. So probably just discard.
Yeah, I agree. Love it. It's so satisfying to discard just trash. I will say for your viewers, I saw in your chat someone asked, like what's the average score that experts can get? I'd say experts who play the base game, not only do they expect to get high score, like max score, they also expect to not ever discard any good card. Well, look at that. We drew blue too. Interesting. It's kind of weird that Steven gave that clue, because he could have just played his yellow 5. But not much to... It's probably just telling Panacea to start discarding. Well, things are going very well so far. I hope we get to see a finesse or something. That would be very cool.
So we just play blue 2.
Yeah.
Or do we? Is there a probably? Yeah, probably not.
Okay, I've got another challenge question for you. Ready? Should we clue Steven's blue 3? Because we know we have the 2. Should we be worried about Steven's blue 3?
I'm assuming that Steven will clue the ones in Panacea's hand. So we can wait until the next round to do that.
The ones clue might be dangerous, because Panacea would just assume purple one, right?
No, but he has two copies. Actually no, yeah, it's true. Because I see.
Yeah,
I was assuming
Panacea...
I was assuming that cluing 2 ones would mean it's like safe to discard, but it actually doesn't mean that.
Yeah, Panacea made a really good point last game, actually. Cluing trash is usually not very good, because, you know, they'll discard naturally without any clues.
Mm-hmm.
So we can actually just sort of let them die a natural death. Without spending any clues on them, you know.
So cluing the 3 right here might.
This is a tricky question. I'll help him out.
Unless we have like
Actually,
Actually no. I was thinking that maybe cluing the 3 would make Steven think that he has a green 3, but he sees that Panacea has a green 3. So he could maybe assume that we don't really waste a clue on that.
Yep.
And then he sees the blue 2 in our hand. But
I think I'm gonna give a cop-out
the other
answer.
one with red 2.
Yeah, it's hard to say actually, because Panacea also has a 3 in his hand, so maybe he thinks that could be blue 3. So who knows? So maybe it's safest to just play.
It's probably just play the blue 2.
Yeah, the nice thing is that nothing is in danger right now because Steven still has his yellow 5 to play, so there's 0 chance he'll be discarding on his turn. But I'm gonna bet, I would bet money that we actually have blue 3 as our 4th card. I bet that other blue card is blue 3. But we'll see. We'll see if that's true. My bet is if our card is actually blue 3, or sorry, blue 4, I bet Panacea will clue blue to Steven this turn. Kind of like the blue 1 before, right? Panacea just totally ignored Steven's blue 1, and so we just trusted that we had blue 1, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, moment of truth. Let's see what he does. This is going well, chat. The purple one would be kind of nice, but what can you do? Oh yeah, I put on all the Celeste B-sides for today. But I'll be honest, I don't like this one. Sorry. Sorry, Lena. Yeah. Oh my god. A purple one. Pog.
So we probably assume that
I'm gonna let him choose what to do
Steven
this
will
turn.
blue purple to Panacea.
Yeah.
Then I should just play the blue 3.
I like that, yeah. And again, right, if that's
Yeah,
blue 4, that's not our fault.
If that's blue 4, then yeah, if that's blue 4, then Panacea should definitely let us.
Yeah. Very nice. I wonder if Steven might feel spicy. Steven did a reverse finesse last game, so I bet he might try something like a bluff. I swear to God, he might bluff. Ooh, my chat pointed out something good. They're saying, don't forget, we're at 8 clues right now, so Steven actually is not even allowed to discard here if he wanted to. So he has to give a clue. But I think Xecnar is right. He'll probably just clue purple. It's always nice when there's just an easy clue to give. So the Ascension 20 equivalent in this game is called Clue Starved. Where, like, if you want to play at the highest level, there's a variant where every discard, instead of giving you a clue back, it only gives you half a clue back. So you have to be like,
Okay.
yeah, it's brutal. It's very hard.
So I'm assuming that's green 4.
Oh, cool. Yeah, tell me why you think it's the 4 and not the 3.
Because Panacea
He's right. I'm just
knows that he has green 5, and it
sort of.
doesn't. But I already forgot like what he knows about his 3. But basically, like, if we also have the green 3, it's just
Clue
a way
starts
to
in pink.
approve.
Ah, Davey.
Because like Panacea already has a green 3 in his hand, and it's his turn next turn. So if we both have green 3s, then and the green 3 wants to be played, then the clue should be given to Panacea instead. So I'm assuming that Panacea already knows it's a green 3, and now the clue is given to us so that we can actually play the green 4.
Yeah, I love it. I'd say, you know, it's possible that Panacea didn't actually know it's green 3 yet. But the cool thing is, if we have green 4 and Steven said, hey, green 4, look. That's sort of hinting to Panacea that he actually has the 3. So yeah.
So we just play the green 4.
Sounds good. Oh man, I'm resisting cluing purple to Steven here. There's an opportunity for a very advanced move. It's not very advanced, but if you're new to the game, it's very advanced. Oh, so there's another really cool feature I don't think we talked about. Even in the game, you can look back through the history. So if try just scrolling through with the left arrow button.
Left arrow?
Do you see? Does that
okay,
work?
okay. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So usually that's not really relevant, but you know, if you want to, you can kind of remind yourself of what happened and who did what when. I want to mention the replay. Yeah. Oh, well, Jinx. Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to rely on that on this game, but. So
Panacea definitely knows that he has purple 1. And he knows
Yep.
that Steven has purple 2. So if we
jeez, what is our hand?
have purple 3, then maybe he should let us know about that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe if we have purple 3 on our oldest card, that would be very smart for Panacea to, you know, delay playing the 1 and just tell us about the 3.
So if we just play the 1, I'm assuming that we were safe to discard.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because Panacea doesn't know about the blue 4 in his own hand, so he can't be expecting us to clue him, because he could just have trash in his hand for all he knows. So I agree. Yeah, we could discard if we want.
Is it better to?
Ah, he has another idea.
Better to tell Panacea about the blues. Because
Well,
if we just give him a clean hint about the blue, he knows that it's 4 and 5, and yeah, also to know exactly the position. And Steven, wait, does Steven know that that is a purple 2?
what's the meme? He's beginning to cook. He's cooking.
No, it is a 2.
Let the man cook.
Can be red, purple, or blue.
Yep,
Maybe,
yep. I bet Steven will just play his 2 now, because worst case... Well, yeah, no, I think he just knows it's purple, I think.
Yeah, if we...
So I
If
like
it's
the
not
blue.
playable, then we should tell him about it. So if we don't do anything, then he should assume that it's playable.
I love that. Yes, that's exactly... I like that, yeah.
So we should spend this turn to tell Panacea.
Alright,
about
he
the
just
cause.
figured out the fixed principle and good touch
I
principle.
would assume.
Love it.
So yeah, just give the clue to Panacea.
Yeah, I like that a lot, because that's being a really good teammate. It's letting Steven play his card, and Panacea play his card, so yeah, great clue. Purple 3, purple 4. Well, we definitely don't have both purple 4s, because rip this purple 4. That was a really, really smart point you said about the 2s. That if it was a bad 2, we would tell him to not play it. So we call that the good touch principle. If cards get touched, you know, if we spend a clue to touch a card, we trust that it will be a good card at some point. So, very cool intuition. Alright, now what? This one I would suspect. Well, shit, we could have red 3 on top.
So Panacea already knows that he has the 5 blue, which he can actually play. The other 5 is also guaranteed to be green, so he knows that we can play 2 cards. Even at the moment,
Poor Steven's hand.
I guess it depends a lot on what is in our head. But I don't see like super useful clues to give, and we can't exactly play anything at the moment, so I would assume that it's just a discard turn.
Yeah. It could be red 3, but I'm gonna let that happen.
Red, but Panacea already has like the next 2 turns covered. So,
It's gonna be a more valuable lesson if he discards
should
it and
not
it's
waste
red
a
3.
turn
Alright, sounds good to me.
So just,
It's not a Hydra game if I just like railroad thing, you know?
uh,
Ooh,
okay, so
that's
whose
very
fault was that?
interesting.
So whose fault was that? Because that is definitely not our fault.
I have a okay, yeah. So it's definitely their fault. Except I have a bet. I bet they did not make a mistake.
Maybe we have two. Yeah.
There it is. Yep.
Yeah, we have two purple three.
Yeah. The game's a lot easier when you just can trust that your teammates are not making mistakes, but it's not always the. I still make mistakes all the time, so you never know. Okay, so there's another important assumption. The question is, which card should we play? Because technically, either one could be purple 3, right? I don't know. It's up to you if you want to. We could just wait and wait for more information. But if you want to be brave, we could try to play one. That seems dangerous. This sort of reminds me of a Spire run where we have a really good deck. We're probably gonna win, right? So the strategy kind of shifts. Instead of asking, like, oh, how can we beat the heart? The question becomes like, how do we get really unlucky? What's the unluckiest thing that could happen to make us still lose?
Yeah, like here playing the wrong purple would be really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so I bet it's like 95% to be on slot 3, but I agree. Let's just not risk it. It's like playing around falling and losing your rush down.
The Panacea still has a turn to play 5.
Yes, Steven's hand is complete garbage. Duplicate red 4s we don't care about. What do you think, chat? I like just cluing the 2 personally, but
I'm assuming I just discard here.
I think that's fine, yeah. The only card we're looking for is red 3. There's no shot.
But even if we discard one of them, there's still another copy, so it should be fine. But there's plenty of clues.
Yep.
So just discard the oldest one.
Sounds good. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
It is red 3.
I wonder if we have the other copy there too. That I'm less sure about. Maybe they did expect us to play, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that one was a little more risky. The other option is we could include the 2, but like I said, no worries. Oh, so we both had red 2. So, you mentioned, yeah, there are 2 copies of red 3, but there is a scary fact. What if the other copy of red 3 is on the very bottom of the deck? If that happens, then we actually won't be able to get the maximum score. But that's just up to chance now.
I'm assuming we play red 2.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's fine. I bet Steven will probably clue
Because, yeah.
purple.
Yeah, because if Steven doesn't want us to play this red 2, then maybe we just clue Panacea about his red 2.
Yeah, I agree. That seems pretty
Yeah,
solid.
there has to be a reason why he clue us and not Panacea.
Where did you get the read the purple 5?
But I mean, maybe
Yeah, I
because
think you're
Panacea
hallucinating.
already has the turn that he can play. Yeah, because he has win 5, he knows that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like just playing the two.
Yeah, maybe this clue just to give us something to do this turn. But there's still 7 clues, so we can see what. I think I just wait to see what Steven wants to do on his turn.
I agree. Yeah, nice. I'm still hopeful that we have the other red 3, you know, because Steven could have done some tricky stuff. But okay, we'll see.
If we have red 3, Panacea should tell us about it right now. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm just
And then I can tell Steven about the red 4 and red 5.
I think it's just
So
hopium.
Yeah, if Panacea doesn't give us a clue,
I don't think we have red 3
then
chat.
we probably don't have it.
I don't know. I'm high on the copium here. I really hope we have the other one, but maybe you're right. Oh, so this purple clue is cool. This is Steven encouraging us to play our purple card. So we call this a prompt. It's saying like, hey, those purple cards, they're playable. So in this case, now we can trust to just play our newer purple card, which is slot 4.
Why is the newer one more likely to get 3?
Well, it's sort of the same logic of the discards. It follows that, you know, the newer cards are probably, well, sorry, the left newer cards are more likely to be playable. Because if the other one was purple 3, they would have clued it earlier.
But if the early on is purple 3, then we have.
He's got a good challenge
I
to this.
think the other card was also in our hand for like a pretty long time. So what if we just have 2 purple 3s very early on?
That is actually a really good point. I don't disagree.
I guess that's why you say that it's like 95% and not 100. But
yeah,
if Steven is saying that it's playable, then it probably means that it's the safer assumption.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said about the 2s earlier, I think if they were in the other order, that would be their job to fix it, you know.
So just play the newer one.
Yeah, that is always a little scary, but I think we just have to trust the team that that's what they expect. Phew. Which means surely the other one is the 5. Okay, nice. By the way, chat, Steven's being very smart to not discard here. So here's our last chance to draw the red 3. Uh-oh.
What does this clue say now?
I think it's just a little advanced. I think Steven didn't want to discard, just in case he didn't want to draw like all the remaining cards. So basically it's just like a stall. He's just saying, I'll pass.
No, but then it would be better to give us clues about the other cards.
Yeah, well,
Maybe
sad news.
would
What
that
that
make-
means is that we don't have any other good cards. Yeah, it's too bad.
So just play this and.
Yeah, all we can do is hope that we draw a red 3. Ah, there it is.
And that's still. We can play 2 cards by mistake, intentionally to pass turn if nothing else. But yeah, definitely cluing now to not draw. We just play 3.
Yeah, this is the best we can do. Is ooh nice. Okay, 24. Good game. I guess they'll probably unmute in a second. Hello,
GG.
welcome back.
GG, so sad.
GG.
I will take full blame on that. I made a read that we probably didn't have red 3 on shot.
Oh,
But yeah,
wow.
GG.
Was that read based on anything? Because I don't think the team ever gave you permission to discard that card.
It was me thinking that maybe you would have done a finesse on the red 2, but of course that's well.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I wasn't worried, even if you guys weren't going to assume the order of your purple cards on that turn, because there's the clean 2 clue to the red 2 to give, and you like clearly don't have permission to discard since you're expected to play a purple 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
But alright, let's see. Steven, would you like to lead this one?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I passed it. Alright, review time!
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go through it. Okay, so I start with 1, expecting a green follow-up, and then I'm going to give a yellow finesse. So this is the line that I'm imagining is going to happen.
Oh, can I say one thing? Is I think if chat ever has any questions for us in review, I say go for it. Like if you want to ask about why you gave a clue. Yeah.
So I'm imagining an opening line, something like this at the beginning. But obviously there's a lot of things that get in the way, such as my having a green 2 in slot 1, and yellow 1 being the next card in the deck. So
The finesse would have been spicy.
my green
but-
2 is clued. Seems good.
So, do you think there's ever an argument to save the 5?
Instead of cluing the green 2.
Yeah.
Because we don't have OCMs on, basically. Is the
Yeah.
idea. Yeah, without OCMs, I would clue 5.
Yeah, because maybe like blue 1 gets played and then yellow 5 gets discarded or something.
Yeah, something like that. Although, yeah, something like that can happen. So I agree. It's slightly better to give it the 5 save and make sure that it's safe for Xecnar to play. But green 1 plays first, so yay. By the way, if at any point you want me to stop or slow down or anything like that, let me know, because I have a tendency to go quick. Okay, so then, yeah, here it would be normal to clue yellows to
Oh,
Zach.
interesting.
But I wanted to slow down the discard of the purple 4, and
That's a cool, very cool.
thought I had enough time, basically, to take this line instead.
I was really surprised about this too, because to me, like now yellow 2 is weird.
Yeah, I was willing to wait to get this card, especially because I see both copies of yellow 3.
I see.
So even if one of them gets discarded before the yellow 2, we can still save it, and then it'll be fine. It could get a little awkward, though. I agree. This is definitely a logical alternative. But it protects the purple 4 less than the 1 clue does.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. 5 still. So this was, I guess, instead of playing the 1, the idea was we wanted Steven to discard because Steven has 2 pieces of trash on job.
Yeah, this was Xecnar's idea. I love it.
Yep. I think that's good. That's good discard modulation. Okay. Good night, purple 4. Okay, I
Purple
basically
4.
know purple 2's on chop, and I get confirmation right away. Okay. Yep.
Oh my god, so many
basically
threes.
Either yellow or red. Okay, no yellow
Try to
3.
set.
Mystery 3.
I'm honestly, like I said, chat.
Yellow
I'm actually
5.
glad we lost the red 3 because that like naturally teaches
And then,
why
sure, if this were blue 4,
permission to
dark
discard's
would be cluing
important,
Blue 3 right away,
why
so
risk
it's not
assessment about bottom
blue
decks are
3.
important. It would have been a much
This
more
might be
boring
a
game
small
if I just
mistake,
clued 2.
I don't know. Instead of playing the yellow
So
5,
there.
I could have immediately clued
Copium,
green
copium.
to Zach. Maybe Darth doubt that this is green 3 when I play yellow 5 first, and then clue this later. But we got away with it in game, so that's always nice.
And by the way, Xecnar's point about purples, like which one to play, actually would hold water
We won't talk about that.
at a higher level.
There's something fancy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then purple 1 seems good.
The
Okay,
declined
I'm
reverse
occupied, so
layered
give the blue
finesse.
clue seems good. And then, yeah, if this red 2 wasn't drawn... then the clue would definitely be 3 like this. Which would be pretty juicy.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that in game, but that was why I felt pretty safe.
Yeah. There is a time when you're not getting the finesse though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Darth expected purple 3 to play, and so didn't stop to give the 3 clue. It might still be pretty good though, just as a nice 2-for-1 right now.
Actually, yeah, you could do red as well.
Well, I wasn't exactly sure whether this would be interpreted as a clue red 2 or not. Just because I wasn't sure what conventions we were using.
Right.
But I did consider like red 3s to Xecnar as a self finesse here.
Red's actually cool because if you check the empathy, slot 5 has a -2 on it.
Ah, and then yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty juicy as well.
I didn't think of that. That would have been.
That's another online only kind of clue.
Purple 3 to play and know that Steven has a good clue to give. And then, yeah, I think, especially given that there's a red 2 to be cleanly clued here, I don't think discard is really a logical alternative, given that it can easily be the red 3.
Yeah, the irony was we were talking about, like risk mitigation, like what's the worst way we could lose.
Yeah.
And we agreed that it would be very sad to just bomb a purple 4 or purple 5 here.
For sure. Yeah.
But, I mean, the thing we didn't
have
actually
a safe way to punt on that, of course.
Exactly. Yeah. So two would be the safest option. I agree.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
So my bad.
Very small mistake turns out to be the losing move, but that's sometimes how it goes with Hanabi. Get wrecked, everybody. Okay.
Best way to learn is to lose a card.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice
stalling here is kind of irrelevant actually, because like if red 3 is next, then Zek can stall instead of me. And if red 3 isn't next, then we can't win anyway, basically.
Good point,
right?
Yeah.
So I just stalled so that there's no problem for Zek to think about on their turn. So just to show what I'm talking about, like if I don't stall here and it goes, like if it goes discard play, so now the red 3's drawn, like, well, we're dead anyway, actually. Yeah, I forgot about that. There's no red 4 here. Yeah. So actually I do have to stall. I do have to. I didn't even think it through that far.
Yeah, and end game calculations can be a pain.
Yeah. So if oh wait, no. Yeah. If red 3 is indeed the next card, sorry, then this discard happens. This is red 3, and now it's important that everyone
stall. And then stall again.
And then stall again. Yes, exactly.
Oof.
Yeah.
Gross.
So that the final round starts when Steven plays the red 4 and everyone gets a chance to play their cards. Yeah, so stalling now makes it so that if the next card is red 3, then it's a little bit less of a stall fest, but not really. It's like the same thing, basically. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, there we go. GG. Even better than last time. 24 out of 25.
Oh yeah.
Let me give this back to Piano.
So I want to be mindful of time. It's been 2 hours. I'd be up to play again if y'all want, but also totally fine if you need to run. How's everyone feeling?
I'm good.
I can do one more.
Okay, cool. How about we just go back to 4-player and just sort of this will be like the final challenge, right? Like no table talk. We just play it straight.
All right, can I go to the bathroom and then BRB?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I will
I'll
make a
just,
new
like,
table.
2 minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay, be right back.
I'll go get more coffee too. Steven, it was funny. It was because of your reverse finesse last game that I was like, I bet he'll be looking for a finesse. But I failed to consider exactly red 2 on our
Exactly,
finesse.
red 2 on the finesse position. Yeah, yeah.
I've been talking about that on stream a little bit. Like, I think that's one area of improvement I can do for myself is read more into what top decks could be bad.
Mm.
You know, like
Yeah.
what could I have just drawn that makes our life hell?
Right. Yeah.
We always talk about bottom decks, but never top decks.
Those top deck risks. Yeah, the TDRs.
TDRs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back too. Okay, let's see. I need that BRB logo. Boom! BRB. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. It looks like we have run into the issue of an unpassworded game.
Yeah, I'll change it. Yeah, you know, I will say though, if anyone wants to come learn this game, Hanabi Live is free, super easy to set up, and as you can see, like we literally just had like a random person come try to join our game, which is usually absolutely encouraged, but sadly not for this one.
I am back as well.
Woohoo!
Hello. How was your silent run going, by the way?
I actually have no idea. I mean, I'm not good at evaluating. I'm really good at Ironclad, but I was just kind of messing around with talent.
Ah, cool.
I had some eviscerate bosses. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, everything I'm good at with silent, I've learned from Xecnar, so. It's funny. Oh, sorry.
I didn't watch enough silent. I'm happy that he's playing Ironclad right now, though.
I've learned some good Ironclad tips from both of you, so.
Awesome.
Steven, who's your favorite character?
Uh,
Oh, welcome back.
I don't know. It changes, but I think right now I like Defect the most.
Oh, that's Xecnar's favorite too, right?
Yeah,
Yes, the defense.
that's my fourth favorite. Yeah.
Poor
I will
Defect.
say the downside of Defect is that it can feel really linear at A20. It's just like stack focus every time.
Yeah, orb monkeying, right? That's the term. Oh, Xecnar, we made a new table if you want to join.
Okay.
No rush.
Although that's said, maybe there's other people who play Defect differently and more successfully who don't stack focus every time. But I don't know. Like,
There's Terrence.
Yeah, definitely check out Terrence.
Okay, will do.
Oh, and Xecnar also plays defect these days. A little bit.
But you're an orb monkey, right?
No, I don't. I'm not an off monkey. At least for
Okay.
now.
I was kidding, don't worry. Yeah, defect makes zero sense to me.
To be
It's
honest,
easy
I've
when you
really
just
been
get a bunch of
enjoying
frost.
Monster Train more than Slay the Spire recently, just as like a
Ooh.
I played
little
some
mix
Monster Train.
Yeah.
I like, or one thing that's interesting about it is like how the scaling goes. It's almost like
Xecnar's turn.
you need to be getting multiplicatively stronger.
Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you get stronger a lot faster
hi.
in
Hello.
Monster Train than you do in
How's it going?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still too new to the game to like make any sweeping statements about how it be, you know?
I haven't
That's
played
fair.
Monster Train, but from what I heard about it, is like the overpowered builds are easier to assemble basically, and you are like kind of expect to get overpowered.
That matches my experience so far. Like I get the impression that a strong player could probably win almost every seed that they play. I don't know whether it's true that like the skill ceiling is lower though. Like playing optimally, I don't know if it's any easier. But you definitely will win a lot more while you play optimally. Or while you play suboptimally, if that makes any sense. I don't know.
Do you
So it's
play
like
on the
watch your-
hardest difficulty?
Not yet, because I am still
Yeah.
not enough hours in. Yeah.
I basically just win streak from like Ascension 1 to Ascension 10. And I was like, yeah, I need the challenge with Spire. I don't want to grind through Ascension, so I just stopped.
Alright, so Xecnar leads with a 1.
Alright, I
Cool.
might definitely.
Sounds good. Good luck, have fun. Alright, Panacea is going into focus mode. I love it. This is sort of like our final challenge. Xecnar has learned the basics. We did one Hydra game, but now he's on his own. Everything goes. We've talked about saving cards. We've talked about discarding from the right. We've talked about respecting save clues. If you watched last game, you could tell he had a really cool intuition about like what cards could be on chop. He was considering like other people's discards. So yeah, very very cool stuff. Now what the hell am I doing? So stuff on my radar is that this yellow 3 is interesting. It means we could do like 2s into yellow. We could also do like 3s, but that's a pain. 1s is like the very obvious clue to give. Alright, 1's monkey.
Just clue 1's 5 head.
Oh cool, they both deafened, I see.
We're all alone in here, Piano.
No OCM, I see.
I will say it was interesting last game because there had been no discussion about like how much you were going to each of the conventions to Zek while you guys were hydrating.
Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. So you had to sort of guess how deep we were going?
Yeah, it was
Interesting.
difficult to model what the Hydra was going to do.
Yeah,
But
I
pretty well.
intentionally tried to do like a little bit of a light hand and just let him guide.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Except for the red 3, I stopped myself short there. I didn't say like we could just clue that too. But I did liken it to it's like avoiding question marks in Act 3 just to play around like getting the falling event and losing a power.
Oh yeah.
It's like that 1% chance you have to avoid.
Right.
If you're a gamer.
It looks like you did explain discard right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That motherfucker actually tried to focus invert the purple clue because we had discarded the other purple 3, which I loved. It was so cool, but it made me not want to argue about, playing right into the leftmost one.
I see.
Because it actually would have been a pretty solid read.
So what was the logic about focus inverting the purple clue? It was...
Well, because I gave that was the first time I tried to explain, like, in general, we assume leftmost because we draw playables, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, yeah, except we had the other copy later in our hand, so wouldn't it make sense that it's actually the older one? And I was
I see.
I was like, you're not wrong.
If slot 1 is involved, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I can't argue with that. Like, let's just stall.
Table that for now, yeah.
Yeah, which was awesome. So we could do some fancy stuff. What we could see happen is Xecnar. Yep, it's clues 2s. I will not divulge whether or not we talked about 2 saves.
You're not gonna divulge. Oh, okay. Okay, well, we'll find out then.
For chat, I will say
Actually,
we did not.
We'll find out what Darth Calc thinks about that then.
Yeah, right. I guess he doesn't know either.
Yeah.
We did not talk about 2 saves, so I expect Xecnar meant this as a play clue. But I suspect Panacea will suspect that it could just be a 2 save. And actually, even if it is a play clue, like it could be green 2 or red 2 or anything. Oh wow, okay. Well, this is great. Now we have all the ones accounted for. So we could actually even plan ahead a little bit. I'm just going to play my 1 though. Keep things rolling. I suspect Xecnar will clue yellow as a follow-up. If you're new around here and interested for some spice, check this out. If Xecnar is feeling very, very bold, he could do yellow to Steven, which is a play clue on this card. So from Panacea's perspective, 2 things would have to be true, right? He would have to have yellow 2 here, which he does, and then also would have just drawn yellow 3 here, which he has. So in theory, we might see that happen. Yellow to Steven would be the elite Hanabi clue to give. But of course, we haven't actually taught that convention, so there's... I suspect we'll see yellow to Panacea, aka Darth Calculus. And for those who are newer in the community, like Darth Calculus, aka Panacea, used to be like a top Hanabi player. All through 2020, he learned really quickly, and then him and his team started competing, posting good scores. So like he's a formidable Hanabi player for sure.
Out of curiosity, did you guys talk about the early game at all?
Not as such, but he seemed to naturally like, the 5 stall he did.
Yeah.
It was very cool, yeah. He seems very, very naturally attentive to Chop.
Gotcha, yeah.
So yeah, other than the yellow clue, I mean, there's not much else. I wonder if turning on 3 saves for beginners is just good.
In my experience, it's not, because efficiency is still a constraint for beginners.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to get kind of efficiency screwed in the first game. That was legitimately a pretty hard deal without conventions.
Yeah. Yeah, pace is also often a constraint for newer players.
Yep, yep.
And so save clues, you know, hurt on both ends of that. Oh, more on the pace end than
Chat,
they do on the
I'm gonna do a
efficiency end,
trash chop move. I'm gonna clue one to Xecnar and just see what happens. We did talk about how one's clues aren't worth it. Like trash clues aren't worth it usually. So we'll see. Unfortunately, these twos are about to be playable one way or the other. Like, all we're missing is this last one, and then it doesn't matter what color these twos are, they'll just start playing for free. But that said, I mean, Xecnar absolutely should try to speed up. Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's in my hand, so can't speculate too much, but I suspect getting tempo on the yellow cards would help. I'm excited to give this one's clue, because just to hear what he thinks about it. Conventionally, it doesn't do anything, except unless you're, like, really familiar with what that would mean. So we'll see. Xecnar's in the tank. At a high level, the things I'm worried about are these fours. We actually see, like, yeah, that's rough. We have unique copies of almost all the fours, and almost no way to protect them, so that's why, in an ideal world, like, we could do something like this, get the yellow suit going. I could protect with ones here to protect all these cards, and then stuff would sort of play out fairly naturally. But again, easy for me to say without even knowing my hand, so surprise, surprise, the game is not very hard when you can see all the cards. So, okay, interesting. This is basically the same thing, except I'm afraid Panacea is going to assume we talked about chop focus. So I think I'm going to give a fix clue and clue yellow to be really, really safe. Maybe it's not worth the fix because he could still just he could still assume it's like blue 2, blue 3 or something. But what's funny, I mean, assuming the focus works out, this is a great clue. I actually I like this clue better than my idea of yellow, because it touches this other 3 and protects it. So the intuition is great to touch both these cards. Just as long as the as long as the different players' assumptions line up. One sec. Whoop. Let's hope I don't screw up the audio. Okay. And by the way, folks, if you're tuning in, don't forget this whole thing. Thanks so much to Xecnar and Xecnar and Panacea for coming on. This whole event is for charity. We're raising money for the Trevor Project. It's an awesome LGBTQ mental health suicide prevention organization. They do incredible work. We've been doing like a month-long marathon where I try to score. You can see at the bottom I've scored 1,600 points of Hanabi. And actually, that's not even counting the ones from today. So actually, hold on, I have to update that. We played 21 points there, and then another 24 points. So 45 points. Huzzah! Oh, and like another 18, 20, 19, 81? Okay. So yes, I've been playing Hanabi. Y'all have been doing an awesome job raising money. There are special like challenges and donation incentives if you want to watch me do stupid things. But either way, it's super easy to just donate. All the money goes right to Trevor Project. Yeah. Meanwhile, okay, Xecnar has clued yellow. Ooh, cool. Oh no, Darth Calculus clued yellow. Okay, so in that case, this is a 2. On turn 11, with turn 10, very spooked. This is telling me that Panacea was really worried about my chop. He wanted to make sure I have a safe action. So now I'm not sure. I think I'll just discard it. That'll leave stuff for Xecnar to do, so I'm just going to discard it. So that tells... we have a good name for this this move. It's called a sarcastic discard. It's saying, nuh-uh. My yellow 2? Nuh-uh. Your yellow 2. So I'm chucking it and passing it back, like batting it away from me. Get out of here. That's your card. I don't want it. Alright, so now... Oh, god damn it. Of course, we got the blocking 1. This is a very frustrating card to draw, because now yellow is blocked. We can't just cleanly clue the yellow 4 anymore. But... you know what? This would be awesome. You know what? If Xecnar clues 4 here... that might be enough for Darth Calculus to notice that he's actually doing left focus, right? Or it gets cursed and he thinks green 3, green 2. But eventually he'll realize that it must have been left focused. And then retroactively go back and realize that this must have been left focused. Is that too hopium? Maybe. Maybe. But it might actually just happen, so we'll see. It is very nice to have all the 1s down, because then all the 2s that we had saved can just start playing out. Alright, the purple 4 strikes again. I think that's reasonable. We haven't clued anything to Xecnar. He's given clue, 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 and we just haven't told him anything. So I think that's a very, very safe discard. Very nice, very nice. Oh, and in fact, now Panacea knows the 2s are exactly yellow and blue. Because otherwise, Xecnar would have clued blue. So, hooray. Oh, jeez. Okay, terrifying. Terrifying. Well, I was already spooked about this, right? It really doesn't look like a purple 2. Even without Chop Focus, I would have expected a 2 clue from Xecnar. So I'm pretty comfortable saying this is a 4. So very nice. Now, how the hell do I protect these cards? Wow, you know what? I could do a level 17 move I could do an assisted trash chop move. Or no, sorry, a duplicitous clue. Sorry, I could clue 2 here. Steven's going to assume it's green and play it. Green or red. And then be like, oh my god, what the hell? It's blue too. It's a trash card. And why would I have clued trash? Well, probably to protect these cards. So that's actually a new convention that we only came up with a couple months ago. So as it stands though, what the hell do I do? I can't get away with 4. I can't get away with 4 because Steven's going to assume it's focused here. Too bad, too bad. I do have permission to discard. But this could be anything. If I reach to clue 1s, that'll just call for Steven to discard, so... This is tough though. I could have like a 5. Panacea probably would have just clued 5 here and trusted that I would have chop moved. So I'm gonna discard. Okay. Definitely not the best discard, but not the worst. I actually wonder if Steven will clue 1s. He could even be in double discard avoidance. Oh, well, I mean, I guess an important point is maybe this card is garbage. I might just have the 3 here. In which case, we don't even want this. Tricky, tricky. Oh, wow. Oof. Oh, man. Okay, you know what? Crap, I don't know. Okay, I'm being put to the test here. Is this just a fill-in clue? I kind of want to say no. Oh, chat, what do you think? Because on one hand, right, he doesn't want to discard. He doesn't want to discard because this could be green 3. If this is the other green 3 and he discards it, we just lose the game immediately. So there's decent reason to believe that this is just a stall clue, fill-in. But on the other hand, would you expect yellow instead? I guess not, right? So yeah, the question is this red too? I don't know. Turn 16, maybe purple 3, I'll say. I also... It's hard to model what everyone's doing. Like Steven said, we're all sort of playing around each other's convention knowledge. I'm sort of guessing that if this was purple 2, I think Panacea probably would clue this. And just force me to play this as purple 2. As a finesse. But it's hard to say. What'd be really funny is if Xecnar blind plays this card as red 2. Because there's no... I mean, Xecnar has no idea about double discard avoidance. So I wonder... Jeez. I wonder if that's enough reason for me to trust that I do have the red 2, right? Because if I didn't, Xecnar probably would bomb. I don't know. Hanabi is hard when you don't have a recipe book to rely on. Looks like 3-5. I really think this is purple 2 though. Or sorry, purple 4. It's not purple 2. Okay, discard. Oof. I think I'm gonna do a stall clue. I'm gonna do a help me clue and and just clue 1 to Steven. I really want to protect these cards. Man, this is tough. This is really tough. I guess I'm not gonna play into it. I'm not gonna play into it because it's literally the best clue he could have given. I wouldn't have expected anything else from Steven at a max level game. So I'm gonna be extra safe and chop move. Why did I write green? Oh, I don't know. Chop move, fix. So this is very awkward because it's protecting a card that we don't really care about, but ooh, okay, that's a cool clue. Okay, all right, Steven. All right, you convinced me. All right. Yeah. Oh, music? Oh, there it is. Alright, so this is a very, very cool clue. Xecnar is going to have to sweat a little bit. I wonder what Xecnar will do here.
Same.
But fortunately, this is the kind of clue that's like convention proof, right? It doesn't matter which one Xecnar thinks is the focus, because, I mean, he's going to probably have to sweat about it. It's probably kind of scary from his perspective. But little does he know that it's the illusion of choice, right? Like, Steven knows that they're both red 4s, so it doesn't actually matter. And what's extra cool about this clue is Panacea, if he's paying attention and trusting Steven here, he can trust that he just drew red 5, right? Because if not, it's promising something bad to Xecnar. So very, very sneaky. It's also possible that's not quite the case, because even if this was like, you know, whatever, trash, this could still make sense, right? So let's say Xecnar is supposed to discard, Panacea plays, I play, and all Steven needs to do to sort things out is to clue 5. So yeah. And then this would just be known, unknown, not 5. So there's actually, yeah, it's not a hard read that this is red 5. I'll be right back.
See you soon.
Bye-bye. Huh. Oh shit. Xecnar is thinking. Oof, okay. Okay, we're back. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Boop. So Xecnar's, last we left off, Xecnar was in a tough spot with the red cards. I like that he's taking time. It means he's thinking about it. I can feel the cogs turning. It must be tough to like be flung into a new game you've never played before, and like live stream it. So props to him. Let alone to play it with 3 people that you know are, you know, like very good at it. I at least would be feeling immense pressure to play well. But I hope we've dissuaded that fear. It would be awesome to get a max score on this one. We went from 21 to 24. It'd be a nice way to cap off the event. Okay, nice. Very nice. So Panacea has a 2 to play. Also, I just realized, I mean, he could have even considered just playing that card, you know, as red 2. So that, I just realized he must have spotted the reverse finesse. So holy crap. Well played. Very well played. And there's the red 2. Okay. It'd be very funny if Steven like didn't actually chop move. if he just respected this one's clue as a non-conventional thing. That would be hilarious. But something tells me he will chop move. Okay, so this only goes badly if Xecnar bombs this as red 3, but I'm guessing things will be okay. He has a 5 to clue. One's is logical. Yeah! To delay the discard. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I felt comfortable doing this clue because I remember my old playgroup back in like 2014. Back in 2014, we came up with this convention, you know? Just dangling trash to say, hey, please discard this one instead of your other ones, right? So we call this a trash chop move. So we move our chopping block from the rightmost all the way to after the trash. So like, it could have been like this. I could have done the same move, like 1 to Steven. And in this case, it would only be saying to save this card. I'm avoiding... I want him to not discard this card, specifically. But honestly, yeah, I don't know. If I were Steven, I would be really worried about this card, less sure about these cards. But okay. Like I said in the Hydra game, what are we worried about? How do we lose this game? Because I see how we win this game, right? We win by playing this and this and this, and playing this and this. And also, oh my god, I just realized, are you kidding me? The other reason I wanted to clue this 1 is to get this garbage yellow 1 out of his hand, right? So like if he discarded, let's say he drew a random card, then finally we can just cleanly clue this yellow card. But of course, look what just happened. He discarded yellow 1, right? And guess what he draws? The freaking third copy of yellow 1. Top deck risk strikes again. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's actually pretty rough. But fortunately, I think what I can do is clue 4s now. Curious, actually, yeah, if this follows from the same logic, right? After the 1s clue happens, now if we clue 4s, that would actually be really cool if it works out. So, we'll see, we'll see. The only fear right now is that if Xecnar might assume that he screwed up, right? He might assume that, oh crap, this red clue was actually focused here, right? And that he was the one who...
coming up on 24 minutes on their clock this game.
Yeah, I'm curious if he's like talking to chat or just, I don't know, deep in the tank.
Definitely has to be talking to chat, right? Like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the big question is he gonna trust that he has the other red 4?
I think he'll deduce that it would be extremely unusual. Like, I actually think that the discarded card being red 4 will increase Zach's confidence that the other one is red 4.
Ooh.
Because the question that they'll have to ask themselves is why it wasn't a 4 clue given.
Delightful dual perspective.
And,
oh, cool.
like,
We have an insider. Mox says that he is indeed talking to chat, and that it's delightful to see the dual perspective.
nice.
That's cool. Sorry, I cut you off there. What were you saying?
Oh, I was saying that the
Ooh.
question that I think Zach will ask themselves is why wasn't 4 clued? And then
Ooh.
the answer that one can come to pretty readily is that, you know, because both cards are red 4, 4 would be a bad clue.
Cool. Okay, so this 3 clue looks really good. And sorry, I just randomly slapped a blue on it, but let's check what they could be, right? This is a play clue, so it's telling me to play it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But then what else it does... Well, I know it's not yellow because we already have yellow 3 taken care of. I know it's not red because we have red 3 taken care of. So I can only assume that it's blue 3. Wow, I kind of want to clue... Jeez. I guess the important thing is what Steven... Okay, Steven's gonna clue red, so I'm just gonna let Steven grab the reins here. Unless I'm forgetting something really stupid. I guess the only risk would be if this is... I'm gonna start freaking myself out here. If this is purple 3, and this is actually purple 2... I could be dead wrong about these cards. So actually, I'm gonna go back and use the handy dandy replay feature and see, like, you know, how weird would it be for this to be purple 2, right? I'm pretty sure very weird, right? So 1, someone would clue purple here, right? Yeah, in fact, right here, on this turn. On this turn, if this was purple 2... Yeah, I'm hard calling it here. If this is purple 2, Darth would absolutely clue it. And I know this isn't purple, so I know it's available. And this is a much more important 2 to get touched, because we have purple 3, purple 4. But Piano Blue, surely he wouldn't, he'd just play his 2s, but aha, but I got you there. He literally did clue us a 2 this turn. So I know, I know for a fact that that was his intention to help me tempo out the 2s. So, in conclusion, this is never purple 2, which means I can play this card. Whew. Spicy. So now I fully expect reds to Panacea. Oh, wow. Okay, nice. Hey, Vixie, welcome. Steven with the...
You knew I would do it.
Spicy, spicy. Oh, man. So, let's see if Xecnar can take the pressure here. This could look like yellow 3, right? Except... we have yellow 3 already. Oh god, I'm so tempted to go read... I want to go read his chat, but I can't.
Yeah.
Ah. The tension. This is like high risk. Well, it's some risk, but high reward. It's getting a reverse finesse on yellow 4. Zero risk? Okay, well... Cyber, I've seen some shit. just over the course of this marathon, you know, like, it's very easy to screw up in this game. But hey, you know what?
Do you think the odds are?
Yeah,
that
zero
this just,
risk.
Like, plays as a yellow 3 or it gets discarded as the same.
My chat says there's zero risk, so let's believe chat.
Zero risk. Love
Zero
it.
risk. It's so hard to read chat and be honest with yourself. Yeah,
It's a very
I know, Mark.
confident
I know.
prediction.
You know what would make it zero risk? Is if I have yellow 3 here. That would make it zero risk. But no, I mean, legit, it's very low risk because Xecnar actually has a safe action to do otherwise. So even if he's choosing between what he thinks is known yellow 3, if he believes this is yellow 3, fortunately I think he will still play this one first. So I believe. And plus we did in our first game, a couple games ago, we did see a reverse finesse, so he's not completely going in blind this game. I guess worst case, he'll learn about reverse finesses more.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's always a fun dance, like when you're teaching people the game. Like, you always want to do a couple things that are like a little bit beyond what they know already, but not too many.
Totally.
Yeah. And then like
yeah,
it's
I
fine
love
if
the
they don't-
reverse finesse you did last game.
Yeah.
A good point from Steven. Wait, Steven, do you have experience teaching? Like, did you used to teach bridge?
Yeah.
Because you're a very good teacher.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Teaching pedagogy is...
I'm not formally trained as a teacher, but I have quite a bit of experience doing it practically. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, that's a whole skill.
Actually got
you know?
started teaching back when I was in high school. We had some academic teams where it was like the role of the upperclassmen to prepare and give lectures to the underclassmen.
Oh, nice.
And that was when I discovered that like I really enjoy teaching. Yeah.
Was that like, you mean like academic subjects or like games?
Yeah, physics, computer science, those sorts of things. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And then, yeah.
Also, this song is delightful.
And then for quite a few years, when I was getting started with Bridge, I was doing academic tutoring as a second job.
Aha.
Yeah.
Oh man, poor Xecnar. We put him in some tricky situations.
I have a very unpopular hot take about students, though, that
Oh.
I'll go ahead and share, which is that
Oh, Cyber, that's a really
students
good
come
point.
in three varieties. The ones who are going to succeed with or without your help. The ones who are going to fail with or without your help. And then the ones that you can actually have a big impact on. And
Hmm.
it can be a lot less frustrating for everyone if you're good at identifying which one of the three students you have on your hands. Yeah.
Yeah, I had that happen a lot. I used to teach chess after schools. And yeah, it's so sad. Some of the kids, you can tell, just didn't want to be there. It's just their parents signed them up.
Yep.
But actually, that was my my challenge to myself, was to try to crack those kids, you know?
Yeah, try to make them want to be there when they don't want to in the first. Yeah.
Totally, yeah, like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense, Timmy. But check out this freaking cool knight piece.
Yeah, that's definitely like if you can turn those kids around, it's awesome.
Freaking Timmy. It's always Timmy.
But it does depend on how much time you have.
Yeah, and it's got to be a very different approach based on who it is, yeah.
Yeah, it still helps to identify that it's the type of student that like doesn't want to be there, and that your primary thing is to focus on that rather than anything else. Like,
Totally. Oh,
I
purple
think
3.
Zek is gonna succeed with or without intervention when it comes to Hanabi.
I see. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think he's here. I'll put it this way: I don't think you'd spend 30 minutes if you're not having fun. I mean, I hope. Usually, taking a long time and like thinking about stuff at least sort of indicates that you're trying. And if you're bothering to try, hopefully it means you're at least somewhat interested. But who knows? Who knows? I'm having fun. I'm a little worried about my chop, though, I will say that. I don't think I could exactly tell you why I'm worried, but... It's definitely not a 2. It's definitely not a 5. It's definitely... Well, it could just be trash, but... I think that's a common thing, you know. I think... Well, once you get the basics... Like, it's very easy to win a game of, like, Spire or Hanabi if everything goes really well, right? So, when you see me fretting about, like, really bad scenarios, like, worst-case scenarios, it's because that's just what you should think about to play, you know, to maximize your chances, right? So if you've watched Xecnar, you know, he might spend half an hour just thinking about a turn in Slay the Spire where it's probably obvious, like, it's probably all going to be a win, unless, you know, a key card is exactly at the bottom of your deck, right? And so he thinks, like, okay, well, let's hedge a little bit, just in case this this 5% bad luck happens. So that's sort of why, you know, you'll see me fretting about this card. For all I know, this could be the other copy of Green 4. Ooh. Yo, let's go Xecnar. That's an awesome clue. Interesting. It's a little bit conflicting information about the focus, because originally in the game he clued this 3 clue, which ended up being a play clue on the leftmost card. But this one is a little different. It's saying a play clue focused here. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Okay, moment of truth. I guess I just discard, right? It's actually... what was I saying? This could be green 4. It's actually fine if it's green 4. It's not actually a problem. Panacea already has limbs for red 5. I actually don't think so. Oh! Oh my gosh, Mox. You're a genius. Holy crap. You're right. Okay, yeah, Mox has a really good point. That, yeah. If red 5 wasn't here, Xecnar, there's no way in hell Xecnar would have discarded this card. Because for all he knows, this this could be red 5. So bravo, yeah, I think... Okay, nice. Red 5 from turn 21. Bravo, bravo. Wow, that's clutch. Duck Medic, sorry, I missed that. Oh, you broke out Hanabi. Aw. They're really smart about things. Even ended in a blind play, holy crap. Was it like a positional? I've played with my parents too, and they love it too. Would recommend. Great bonding experience for sure. Nice, nice. Alright, let's see what Steven does. I suspect he'll just be chop moved, so... Ah! A 2! My lord. Alright, so we'll get play, and then blind play from the finesse. I don't want to get my hopes up, but things are looking okay. Minus this stupid purple 3 that we couldn't have really saved. That would be very unfortunate if we get bottom decked a second time. Alright. Nice. Play, and here comes the play here. And I have a play. Please, just draw playable. Please. Whew. This 2 clue actually, this is kind of minor, but I'm pretty sure this 2 matches the color of this card. Right? Because if it didn't, Steven, you know, if this were just a random red 1, Steven would just clue green if this were green 2, and purple if it were purple 2. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know what to do with this information, but matches slot 1, lol. Alright, there's the yellow 4, blind play. Probably green.
Well, I'm getting the weirdest visual artifact on Up Live now. Like, every time a card plays, the whole thing, like, flashes white twice.
Whoa.
Which,
It's a shiny card, I guess.
yeah.
Holographic foil for... Okay, well that was perfect. That was green 2. Sadly, this is probably just green 1, which is why no one has touched it. But I can have some hope. Maybe it's green 3. There would have been no reason to clue it until exactly now. So it very much could be green 3. And knowing Steven, he probably already knows that this is exactly green 4. Yes! Green 3! It's appeared! Now hold on. Okay, hold on. This is actually a really important read. Because, hold on. It could also just be purple 3. Oh god, this is actually very scary. Oof, but it could be just that I drew the other green one. I'm getting conflicting information now. Because in theory, this could be a purple 3 save clue. But God, I really want to think it's green for the logic I said before, right? If this... Okay, let me show it again. If this was purple 3, wouldn't you expect Steven to clue green? Why clue 2 instead of green? Unfortunately, there is one tiny reason you could argue for. It's that by giving 2, it gives more information about my purple cards, but that seems really slim. Oh crap, okay, moment of truth. Oh god, okay, this is terrifying. If that were purple, wouldn't the clue be given to finesse purple 2? Yeah, maybe, yeah. Maybe. I'm too scared, I'm too scared. There's no... That would be the riskiest thing in my life, to just play this card randomly. There's no benefit. There's literally a purple 2 sitting right here. So, I'm just gonna clue purple. What would prevent a purple clue? Well, that's a really good point too, yeah. I mean, the reason is, I mean, maybe Steven... Well, actually, maybe that was his point. There is actually convention, like, high-level convention called rank choice finesse. We say that usually we save with purple, but no, that's still not even true. I don't know, Mark. I really don't know. All signs point to it being green, to be very clear, but let's just be really safe. I'm not... There's no reason to play it. Especially after this play, right? Panacea actually could have delayed and clued green to Steven, right? To prompt this to play. So play into play. So I actually...
Having the fun experience of playing a whole game where I have no idea where my chop is.
Yeah. I'll never tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Steven.
Luckily, we have plenty of efficiency to just not.
I clued this a long time ago.
Oh, kind of.
But we aren't playing with high-level conventions, so it's kind of up to Steven what the hell he thinks he should do with this information. Ah, we're so close. We're so close. But yeah, now I have conflict info, so all I know is I'm just gonna chill out and wait for this to play. Hopefully Xecnar has learned. Let's see. Yeah, actually, we can check the replay. Xecnar has begun to discard from slot 4. So in our first game we played, like game number 0, you can see he actually was discarding like randomly. He discarded slot 1 first. Yeah. So yeah, just over the course of like 2 games, he's improved a lot already. We gave him 0 prep. He read the rules, but right before the stream. Yeah, exactly, Mark. But last game, I did a little bit of Hydra coaching and explained the discard oldest assumption. Yeah, we did do 2 reviews. This is our 3rd
What do you
game.
think is Xecnar now gonna have like a weekly Hanabi stream?
Oh my god, I would make popcorn every time. That'd be so sick. Cool point here is I can mark this as not blue 5. This is never blue 5 because Steven clued blue here, right? If this is blue 5, he would clue blue to me. For the same effect, right? Panacea would blind play his blue 4 into my blue 5. Alright, let's see if the patience paid off. It did! So I would have lost the game if I had trusted my gut there. Whew. That's a Monka-S moment for you. No sweat, yeah. No. Oh, this is fitting music for the end game. We're reaching the end game. Boss battle. This one I will safely play as purple 4. If they were in the other order, Darth would have just clued me 5. So I am very willing to trust the game, or risk the game on purple 4 here. Why that wasn't green? Yeah, I mean, that's the weird thing is, yeah, this clue. I guess it really was just to give -2 on my cards here. So yeah, that's fine. But it also means probably a trash purple. But actually, yeah, I mean, very technically
This is a very
speaking...
interesting spot to tank, given how few options exist.
Hmm.
I wonder what Zek is thinking about.
Could be a self-finesse, maybe?
I'm
No,
so
no.
tempted to open the chat and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a positional discard is coming? It does get interesting when...
Only play and discard are possible, and there are no currently playable 5s. So it must be that Zek is considering, yeah, maybe playing a different slot or discarding something other than slot 3.
Dump truck?
Yeah.
Any dump truckers? Exclamation dump truck. If you don't know. Yeah, so while he's tanking, if anyone is joining from Xecnar's stream, hello and welcome. If you want to get into this game, it's super easy. There's a big Discord communities. This website is free to play. We're always happy to play with beginners. We were all beginners once. And there's even this big website with a whole bunch of different... There's like a beginner's guide if you want to learn the basics. And then all sorts of stuff to learn. It's a big community undertaking. And I'm not surprised at all that Xecnar is a natural, right? Like, there's incredible crossover between people.
Expected action. I'm definitely going into the VOD to find out what the discussion was, though. That I'm very interested to find out.
To be fair, it could have also just been that he didn't notice where he was at 0 clues.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Considering options that one doesn't have can definitely take some time.
Alright, chat, wish me luck. Holy crap, that was scary. Let's go! Purple suit, done! Imagine cluing Steven about his cards. Alright, so now we're just digging for green 3. It's gonna come down to the wire
When in
again.
doubt, discard slot 1, right?
Yeah.
That should be the first principle of Hanabi.
Spoilers, it was not that he missed that there were 0 clues. Ooh, interesting, okay. My chat says it was not because of 0 clues, so he was thinking about something.
Ooh. Fascinating.
Though I will be a good Luke and say that, in general, we never actually try to read too much into people taking time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're just having fun.
Yeah, this is just idle speculation. We'll not allow it to influence any in-game actions to the best of our ability. Although that is easier said than done. I will admit.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. When someone takes like 15 minutes and then gives a clue, you're far more likely to entertain a complicated meaning for it rather than a simple meaning. And that's just
Yeah.
human nature. That's just how it works.
So there's actually a big risk. This could discard. Or sorry, this could play.
You know, in bridge, what
It
they do
wasn't
for
it
that
wasn't chopped,
is
though.
that
Oh man.
if your partner
Look at us.
has a break in tempo, be it they take an action extremely quickly or unusually slowly, then and the opponents think that the break in tempo may have influenced your choice from among logical alternatives, the one that was more likely to succeed, then they can call the director. And if the director
Whoa.
agrees with that assessment, then
Wow.
the score will be adjusted to the one that is less
Wow.
favorable to your side. Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. I like Mark's. Yeah, always assume their phone rang. Yeah.
Yeah.
The pizza came.
I definitely find that people attempting to read into timing tells, like really trying to read into them actually causes way more problems than the reverse.
Totally.
Very frequently, I've like sat there for a long time considering some like minute difference between two very simple clues, and then I give a clue, and they're like, "Oh, there must be something fancy going on here," and then the game
Right.
falls apart. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, after a long hard think, oftentimes the correct solution is just to do the simple thing. So
The simple thing. Yeah.
you have to convince yourself not to do really weird things sometimes.
Sure.
Which takes time. Well, this could definitely play. It's a from Xecnar's perspective, it's a 50-50 that this is either green 5 playable or blue. Or sorry, I said that backwards. Blue 5 is playable right now, so he could go for glory and just play this. But there's a 50% chance it's green 5, and then we lose the green 5.
I swear to God, if the game trolls us again, with
Oh,
like
no.
a 3 being second from the bottom. Actually, second from the bottom is fine here, but if it's on the actual
if he has
bottom,
green 4.
then like the Hanabi gods have been very cruel today.
Yeah, that would be brutal. What, you mean you don't think you have green 3?
I am relatively confident that one of my 3 cards in between slot 2 to 4 is a green 4. That is my current.
Do you want to do a
belief.
called shot on all your cards? To swag it out. What sort of cards do you think you have in your hand?
I think that I've got
Here's what Steven knows.
2 different 4s in my hand.
Correct.
And
I'm not
then
saying
I
anything.
probably have a card that wasn't known trash at the time the one clue was given. So probably a trash 2.
He
Okay,
nailed it.
so let me
He
put
nailed
together.
it.
That would mean that I have a yellow 2,
Pog! Oh my god.
a
Wait,
yellow 4,
holy
and
shit.
a green 4 are the 3 cards.
He just
Some
knocked it
order.
out of the park. This is what Steven Hanabi
And
is.
it's probably
He called green 4, yellow 4, and a trash 2.
I don't know if I can know the exact order. I know the rightmost one isn't the 2, obviously, but
Yep.
yellow 2, yellow 4, green 4 are probably my 3 cards.
Well, I guess you will find out soon enough. Okay, chat. Let's focus. This is serious mode. Oh my gosh. I feel like I need something. Here we go. Green 3 has appeared.
Hey, we get to win. Fuck yeah.
Battle mode operational. Here we go. I think I clue green. I clue green. I think I can clue green here. Oh, that's actually very
So I
cute.
know we just talked about how we don't read into tanks, but right now what I'm learning is that my slot 1 card is a green 1.
God damn it, Steven.
Oh, so actually I know the order of my 4s then too. So green 4 is in slot 4, and yellow 4 is in slot 3, and the yellow 2 is in slot 2, and green 1 is in slot 1. Easy clap.
I
By
can't
the
say
way,
anything.
kids, don't read into time and tells, so mega lol.
I'm just laughing at how wrong you are. What a silly Billy you are.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay. Okay, but we do have to focus here, right? So green here. This is actually very complicated to work out because we need to use this green. Okay, I'm sorry. I am tanking, sorry, but one sec.
Okay, Piano, just clue green to me. I'll stomp
God damn it,
the
Steve.
green 3 in Darth's hand, and then Zach will tell me which of my green cards is the 4.
The thing we have to worry about is if Xecnar screws up. Oh, God, I hate that he's right. I hate that he's right. He's right. Alright, Steven. I'm gonna give a clue, but... Alright, you know what? Fuck you.
Wow! I can't believe it! Who could ever have guessed?
I think this could still be a little tricky, because Xecnar needs to have the wherewithal to stall, sort of, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this... Yep, there's the green there. And now Xecnar, we kind of want him, we want to encourage him to give some clue here. So that's actually why I went with this clue, is it sort of encourages Xecnar to give some clue. I do believe we still are okay here. If Zek discards, we have... the trick is that I don't think I have blue 5 in my hand, but this might be a nail-biter. If Xecnar discards, two things could happen, right? Either he draws blue 5. If he draws blue 5, we're okay, but only barely, because we can go clue, and then pull off what I like to call in the business a slip and slide. We get to do play, and just barely play. Now, the other possibility is even scarier. If he discards and does not draw blue 5, let's say it's trash. Now, Darth plays the green 3 from the finesse, right? And Darth would have to end up drawing blue 5. But this is our last turn, so none of us even have a chance to clue it. We all just have to play, and trust that Panacea just blind plays. So, whew, there are a few ways this could go poorly, and I hate to put Xecnar in a spot where endgame actually matters. I'm explaining to chat that this is not trivial in terms of maybe us needing to stall, and it's tough. Xecnar might be put in a spot where he has to do some hard calculation.
Yeah, I'm sure he's currently calculating. Hopefully he's not entertaining any worlds where there's like a blue 5 in his slot 1, and I've just been completely negligent by not gluing it. It should be fairly clear that I would let him know about a blue 5, so he should be able to discard that universe pretty quickly. And then it
He's
should be pretty
Vietnamese.
clear at that point that we're just good to go as long as Xecnar does anything other than discard, right?
Yep. We have just
wait,
enough
actually,
clues.
Xecnar can even discard and it's fine, right?
Yeah, that's what I calculate. He could discard, but then he might be... Things could get tricky. He just has to realize
what he can't do is bomb slot 1. That would be the end of the game.
Okay, nice. He went with the stall.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck to Panacea.
Yep.
Oh my God, chat. It's happening. Okay, I'll be nice. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh my God, chat.
Adding one extra turn. Yeah, sure. Seems good.
Yeah. Oh my God, we did it.
Woohoo! We're winners!
Hey.
GG.
GG.
Oh, Xecnar is still. Oh, here he is. Hey, GG.
Yeah, GG.
Oh
Your
my
first
gosh.
perfect game.
That was a nail biter ending.
That was a cool game.
Yeah, the 3 green came like really late.
Yeah, seriously. It's always the green suit that screws me over, so I'm used to it. Who'd like to lead? I guess I can do this one to mix it up.
Sounds good to me.
Wow, yeah,
or
excellent
we can
game.
have Xecnar lead it.
Ooh, yeah, Xecnar, do you want to lead?
I mean, probably not.
Okay.
Because I can only talk my own thoughts, at most. And I don't even remember all my thoughts at the moment.
Got it, yeah.
I tried to keep track of some of my thoughts in the notes, and I will admit I was bamboozled for some of the clues, but I think I figured it out in the end. See.
Nice.
Nice. Alright, so we start with 1. I will say, usually, you always have choice between 1 or color. Yellow can be a little bit nicer, just so Panacea knows exactly which one he's playing. But 1 is also fine, because you obviously we're about to clue these 2s anyway, so yeah, I think both are fine. I go with the really obvious, maybe not even the best, but really obvious clue is just, hey, I see 1s, let's clue the 1s. And Steven starts playing the 1s. Okay, so 2s is tricky. We realized that, I mean, I don't know. Panacea, what did you think of this? Is this a 2 save?
Okay,
or-
well, I saw all the other ones. Easy. I'm gonna clue the purple one. I'm gonna wait for every single one to be played, and then play mine.
Beautiful. Yeah. So we didn't actually talk about this before, but Xecnar, so you know, yeah, sometimes we like to just save 2s, just because they're good cards. But in this case, yeah, they're about to be playable, so amazing. All the 1s are down. Okay, so 3's here. Nice, touching 2 cards for 1. The trick is, which card is being told to play? Is it this one or this one?
So my thought was actually trying to get Panacea to play on the list 2 right this turn.
Oh, cool.
I was thinking about that a lot, and
Oh,
I
interesting.
definitely considered
Hmm.
just going for it. I did kind of want to go on my other plan of waiting for the green one, but I did think that maybe that was what you were trying to tell me to do, but I didn't do it.
Yeah, I guess there is a world in which I'm gonna like edit the cards. Okay, so let's say this is green 2, and this is green 3. Like maybe that's what you're going for. But I don't know. It's always very hard to tell. I like the clue though. It's nice to touch both these cards. So okay, so yeah, Panacea plays it safe. He doesn't know which 2s these are, so I like you just saying like, hey, yeah. But I'm like, nope, it's all you, and I just discard my copy.
Yeah. So I
Which is
wasted a
fine.
clue to be safe. I don't know if that was worth.
Yeah, Steven, what do you think? What's your Hanabi wisdom about this kind of clue?
I mean, it's tough. You have to. It's always very tough when you're playing with a teammate that you haven't played very often with before, so you don't have like a great model of like what what they think, right? I think what's nice about this clue is that if it's a 0 for 1, it's very easy to repair. Piano can just discard the yellow 2 immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
sometimes it's not a 0 for 1. Sometimes.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not a 0 for 1. Although I do think that Zek probably is going to clue a yellow 2 instead of 3 to Darth.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
fair.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a tough situation because we don't have very many conventions that we've agreed to ahead of time to work with here. So
Yeah, and I wasn't sure whether Xecnar
Which was a lot of fun, by the way.
was using my right 2 or my left 2. So I wasn't sure which one could be greens.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I like your plan. Just wait for this one, and then it doesn't even matter. So, cool. Alright, the 2s are unlocked. I love this disco. I mean, we haven't clued you anything, right? This whole game so far. So, yeah, very safe to discard this, I'd say.
And then, unfortunately, I have to wait again,
Oh, yeah, right.
because now the other purple 4 is in danger.
Yep. That would have been a tragic way to lose if Panacea just played and I was like, well, this card must be bad too, and then whoops, GG. Yep, so very nice emergency save clue. Oof, and then I decided to discard, which is maybe bad, but there's not really much else to do.
of course, there is an alternative to the purple clue, which is 1 to Pride Look.
Oh, yeah.
But
Out of the-
without having discussed ahead of time how these types of clues are going to be treated, I would also look it off. I would let the green 3 die for clarity purposes.
I mean, couldn't I have green 3?
Oh,
You
that's
could.
possible, yeah.
You could have it, yeah.
And also, I'm touching the other purple card, which is definitely important. As the green 3.
For sure.
I mean, I guess in a perfect world then, like, technically Xecnar could have given this clue.
That's true.
But of
That's
course,
true.
this is a very unnatural clue if you've never seen this before.
Yeah.
And I
And
think
also
last game we literally just told you not to clue
Not
trash.
to
So,
do it. Yeah.
so yeah. But okay, I mean, never punished, right? Never unlucky. Who needs this green 3? Okay, so this one's tricky because here's the thing, right? Let's say a world in which Steven's chop is green 3. Now, I wouldn't have saved it on my turn, right? I don't know I have green 3. So I just discarded. Now, wouldn't it be sad if Steven just discarded as well? Again, we just lose randomly and instantly. So that's why I was a little scared. I don't know, when he clued red, I thought maybe you're just being really, really safe. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But it looks like you were going for a reverse finesse on red too, which is very cool.
My thought was that yellow would be the clue I would give
Yeah.
if I was just making a DDA stall.
Yeah. I kind of agree, yeah. But I chose something else to be paranoid, so I did this thing.
And I will admit I was confused a little bit about why these. But I did recognize it as a.
I'm gonna ask Xecnar. Xecnar, why do you think? Let's say, assuming all the players are like experts, why do you think this? What do you think this move does? What should Steven think about this clue?
That the other cards, the other 3 cards are important and don't discard.
Bingo, exactly. Yep. It's like I'm dangling. I'm like, hey, please discard this one instead of any of these. So yeah, exactly right. So Steven marks these as good cards to not discard. Very cool. Oh, this was a really cool clue too.
This one really bamboozled me out at the end.
Yeah, wow. This is a spicy one. Xecnar, what did you think about this one?
So from this, I was thinking that the right one is most definitely 4. So I was thinking
Nice. Dude,
the other one is
he's got
completely
chop
safe to
focus
discard because
down.
I see the
That's
5
awesome.
and like all the other ones in Panacea's hand.
We didn't
Yeah,
tell him
that's
chop
perfect.
focus.
And yeah, so I did just discard it. When I see the 4, then I think at the time I was also considering that if it's 2/4, then it's still like completely fine, you know. So even if this guy turns out to be the 4, most definitely the one I have left is still a 4, so it doesn't matter.
Awesome.
So I thought you were thinking the left card was the red 2. You wanted to discard it so that Ganablook can play red 2.
Oh, that's funny.
Because I didn't know I had red 5. So I thought it was like, I don't know, it just didn't really make sense. And then eventually I realized I had it, and then it kind of made more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually really... Let me show a hypothetical for chat. Let's say this is like a random trash card, right? Now, from Xecnar's perspective, this one could be the red 4, but nothing's stopping this card from being the red 5. So that would be a very bad discard. So actually, I mean, I totally get what you're saying too, right? Maybe it's red 2. But if we're all perfectly on the same page, just by the fact of this discarding would actually tell this as being exactly red 5.
Yeah, I think I mentioned
Pretty
like
cool.
unless for weird reason or like by pure chance I also have red 5, but I was not expecting it. So I only have one card that could be.
Right. But regardless, very cool clue from Steven.
And I'm glad it worked.
Yep. And so now I get the message. I'm like, all right, I have red 2, so I play it.
Yeah, I just want to pause and give a huge shout out to Zach for making the series of inferences that are all correct. That it must be the slot 4 card that's promised good, because otherwise we'd just let that be discarded, and so the slot 2 card must therefore be trash. Beautiful. Love it.
Yeah, bravo. It's very cool. All right. So it's cool. We all sort of are, helping each other out, cluing when we want to clue, discarding when we want to discard. So Steven says, let's just discard. Yep, and let Xecnar give the clue, right? Which is awesome. We don't really want you to be drawing more good cards. You've got a full hand of good cards. Piano Blue knows this is blue 3, because the others are gotten. Oh my gosh, the spiciest clue of the game.
And Zach fields it effortlessly again. Love it.
How sure, yeah, Xecnar, how sure were you that this is the 5? Because it could just be a 3, too.
I was thinking that I think I was pretty sure it was a 5, but not 100%, because like, if it's a 3, then Panacea already is having a 3 lining up to be played, so it just doesn't make sense to waste a clue to tell me about it. Instead, it would be bad to spare the clue or not, because if Panacea plays his 3, and then I'm also holding a 3, then I'm thinking that this card is actually important, so I don't even discard, and then I'm mistaking it for the L5. So that would make no sense.
Beautifully said, yeah. That's exactly, yeah, nice. And of course, this also gets the yellow 4 to play, because Panacea has to realize, okay, well, this is just going to look like yellow 4 unless I have it, so. Whew, another great play, so. Okay, you pause for the red clue, which is nice. Focused here is a red 5.
I will say it would be slightly better to just play the red 4. If you have confidence that Darth is going to be playing the yellow 3. Because the red 4 isn't in danger for a few rounds, and Starth has to play yellow 3 and yellow 4. And it'd be really useful if we left the red clue for Pride Book to give, given that their hand is like we don't want them to draw any more cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just a little bit of distribution, leaving things for other people to do can be good. Yep.
Yep.
And sure enough, yep, I don't have anything else to do, so. But here's the 2. I was a little curious about why 2 instead of green here.
I just wanted to put -2 on the already touched purple cards so that they're known 4/5.
Cool. I had a soft read that this must match the same color, but that makes sense too. Alright, red suit is done. Oh, no, never mind, I lied. Yellow suit. Almost done. Oh gosh, okay, this is a tricky situation. Maybe we shouldn't even talk much about it, but 3, sadly it's not really a finesse, because this looks like a normal save clue, right?
However,
Yeah, go for it.
the thing about cluing 3, the piano look, is that could be a purple 3 or a green 3. Whereas if I clue purple to piano book, it will be immediately known to only be a purple 3, because purple 2 is kind of ridiculous. There's no way that it's a purple 2. So it is suboptimal to use 3 and let it be 2 possible cards instead of using purple and let it be exactly 1 card. So if Darth Calculus is willing to read deeply into the choice of a slightly suboptimal clue, then maybe it should be interpreted as a play clue instead of a save clue.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm sure if this was back in the tournament days and we were doing a competitive game, that would have worked, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, as is, no reason, and yeah, no reason to take the risk and maybe bomb, I don't know, blue 5 or something.
Blue 5, yeah. It'd be heartbreaking, yeah.
Yeah. And so, I was so convinced this is green 3 from the 2 clue, but I was like, you know what? Let's just not.
I breathed a big sigh of relief to myself when you clued here. I was like, okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Because I realized that I may have almost ended the game there. Oh.
How do tournament games work? Ooh. Yes, they play the same deck order. Yeah, and then it's so fun because you can compare how other teams play the game. Alright, pretty standard. Force Xecnar to discard because we kind of want you to discard. Panacea is very polite and plays the purple 2 first to sort of, we call it unlocking my hand. So finally I'm free and can start playing my cards. Very nice. Okay, Steve include 5 here. Anything to add about this? I mean, just discard makes sense. I guess this could be blue 5 or green 5. Alright, is this I think you just now demonstrate that these are child moved, right?
Yeah, I have studiously avoided discarding ever since I received the 1 clue. Because I don't know what the expected behavior is.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I needed to shout out your hand for being really annoying. Part of the reason I gave this 1 clue is because I wanted to clue yellow,
Right.
but it's blocked, so I was like, alright,
yeah.
let's just discard this, right? But guess what you drew? The exact last copy of yellow 1.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
So we got trolled. Okay, sorry. Here we are. Yeah, and now we're just praying to get green 3 somewhere. All discarding, and there it is. 2 cards left. It's a nail biter. But fortunately, we have enough clues in the bank to be able to just kind of clue everything. Clue, clue, clue. Beautiful endgame. And then...
So, do you think
Oh, yeah.
that you would not have clued this if it was not, like, it's not, it's finessing my green 3, right? There's no world where you're like stalling by trying to clear greens here, right?
I think so. I think actually, because he just discarded. I think this could very possibly be green 3. So
Yeah.
if this was just garbage, I bet he'd play this as green 3.
100%. Yeah.
So which is to say,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
it is what we'd call a trash finesse.
Yeah. I wasn't quite sure what it was, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shout out. I like the 3 clue to sort of clarify here.
Yeah, I was happy when I didn't have to risk it.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I mean, perfect endgame, right? Play, clue, play. Perfect score! Well done.
Yeah, that was fun.
I love that we went from, what was the first game? I think 21, and then we got a 24,
24, now 25.
25.
There you go. Well, Xecnar has mastered Hanabi now.
Nailed it. Yeah, this is like Hanabi Ascension 0. I was saying in the Hydra game, this is, no variant is sort of like Ascension 0. And then you can add different suits, you can do dark, you can do clue starved, whatever. So yeah.
It's a cool comparison. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. And for those who have played, like normal Hanabi, there's like a lot of fan-made stuff. There's a lot of new custom variants and stuff. But anyway,
When
I
I
think
used to
that'll-
play special mix, like the hot topic.
oh my gosh, special mix, yeah. But I think that'll just about do it. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope this was fun.
Yeah, definitely. Very
Yeah,
cool.
thanks. Thank you.
Woohoo.
And one more shout out, I'll say, we are raising money for the Trevor Project, so last chance to come donate. But I'll be streaming for the rest of the week, raising more money and playing more Hanabi. So thank you guys so much for taking the time and being a part of it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And
Hope
definitely,
to see you around for more games in the future, Xecnar.
definitely shout out.
Whenever I have the time, like sure, like this is definitely a cool game.
Oh yeah.
Can definitely see myself playing this in my free time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you're very welcome to come play anytime. And same thing to all the viewers. The whole community is very welcoming. And we're always happy to come play and teach. So
Yeah, and you can message this group chat. I mean, I'm usually around these days. If I'm not streaming or something, maybe you can convince me to I'll join you, and we can find some other people on the website or something.
I think Baylor said he might play Hanabi too, but I don't know. Who knows?
Love it.
But anyway, I guess I'll wrap up for now. Any shout outs? I'll shout out to Panacea and Xecnar. Check out they stream Slay the Spire all the time. Very lovely people, so check them out for sure.
I think I have the least viewers out of the three of us. Most of the people watching will be already familiar with Piano Blick and Xecnar, but great streams. Check them out.
Well, thank you for setting this up, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.
Bye, Steven.
See you. And GG.
Yep.
GG.
GG's. See you later. Woo! Oh my gosh. That was so much fun, folks. Yay! I'm pleased as punch. As someone who has poured like literally thousands of hours into both Slay the Spire and Hanabi through the pandemic, the past 2 years, those have been like the two games I play all the time. This has just been delightful. Like kid in a candy shop to get to play my favorite game with the crossover with my other favorite games. So thank you all for tuning in. And thank you to, I forget who, technically I can now check this off. This whole thing was a donation challenge for the charity event, so I can check out the Hydra game. Boom! We did it! GG's! And yeah, I'll continue to stream. I still have a few more challenges to do. Oh, I did this one too. So yeah, stay tuned for more Hanabi. Definitely go, if you don't know Slay the Spire, I mean, go check them out too. But for now, I will say goodbye to everyone, and thanks for watching. Adios.